Presented by Staples Stores. Padres, they get a win over the Marlins last night. Ha-Seong Kim hits a grand slam that powers the Pods to a 6-2 win. Two more against the Marlins over the next couple days. Teams ahead of the Padres in the wild card. Giants lose to the Phillies 10-4. Diamondbacks beat the Rangers 4-3 in 11 innings. Thanks, Tommy fam. Cubs beat the Tigers 7-6. Padres 5.5 back now with 36 games left. NFL news, Commanders beat the Ravens last night 29-28 in preseason football. This snaps the Ravens' 24-game preseason winning streak. And the Indianapolis Colts have granted running back Jonathan Taylor permission to seek a trade. Colts are asking for a first-round pick or a package of picks for the 24-year-old running back. And in college football, Michigan has now self-imposed a 3-game suspension on head coach Jim Harbaugh. It is coming from alleged violations during the COVID dead period, assuming that has something to do with recruiting. Staples has everything you need for the office and the classroom for less. Now save even more with $50 off your print and marketing services order of $150 or more. Offer ends 8/26. Visit staples.com/print for details. Save for your business at Staples.
Oh, woo! Good morning. Happy Tuesday to those who celebrate on Next Level Fit Guy Stuff Tuesday right here on Big Rich TD and Fletch. Ben Fletcher flexing, and rightfully so. This guy is in the best shape of his life.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
I mean,
he was a standout on his basketball team in high school and played a little shortstop in high school on the baseball.
Little first base, little second base.
Okay.
depends on
This guy could hit some dingers.
Depends on what picture you want to look at without his face in it.
It's a good point. It's a good point. A lot of pictures where his back's facing the camera. A lot of pictures from a distance where he goes, "No, that's me." 15 jersey. You
how
can
did
tell.
we get here?
I don't know.
What?
We woke
We're
up
matching. That's kind of cool.
Actually,
all three of us are sort of matching.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah. We woke up
A shade of pink,
planned
red.
our outfits and chose violence. Sorry, Ben. Sorry. The Padres did too. We'll get to that in a moment, but we do have to. I have to broach this subject with you guys. Is everybody okay with us kicking off the Mediterranean diet that we're going to do for the next 13 days with a chicken fajita pita from Jack in the Box?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I've never been more excited.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's good news
Right.
because I've already made promises around this building. So I do.
Gotta pick up a 12-pack.
I mean, Jack in the Box is I'm about to spend $100 at Jack in the Box.
Right.
I went on Kogo News to do the 5:50 a.m. hit, our sister station over here at iHeart San Diego. And I was like, it's a Next Level Fit Guy Stuff Tuesday, which you know what that means. We're doing something crazy. We are. And then my brain went, what's Mediterranean that will be open at 7 o'clock in the morning? Getting chicken fajita pitas from Jack in the Box.
Wonder if we could do a mobile order to make it quick.
Oh, even snappier?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Actually, we could look that up.
Maybe we could just ask Sheena and Joe.
Oh,
If
yeah.
they could,
Well, not
if
Joe.
they could set that aside.
Joe doesn't do anything.
No, that's true. That was confirmed.
Well,
Except for
he might be at the
push-ups.
gym.
That guy, that guy does plenty of push-ups. He's in pretty good shape. Sheena. I almost said Shona. They're a power couple.
Yeah.
It's Shona. Sheena, the vice president of Jack in the Box, joined us 2 Fridays ago on our Bar Car Friday, and she plied us with some of the most delicious food I think we've ever had in studio. We had dozens of jalapeno poppers. We had dozens of breakfast tacos.
Crazy. I didn't get any jalapeno poppers.
I mean, if you want some leftover egg roll, it's still right there.
Yeah.
Look, there's no one here to tell us to clean that up.
and so we won't. And so we won't. Well, those taste great with ranch. Sheena let us in on that little secret. Yeah, that was a good day. So today's going to be a good day as well. It was also a cheat day. Today, like, that's a good, healthy, like, if you're on a diet and you're looking for fast food, but you want a place that you could just run in, run out, get something that's low calorie and really actually pretty filling, chicken fajita pita. So we'll try that out at 7. In the interim, we got to talk about an upswing, a high note. Maybe it's the I don't know, the death knells of a team that overpromised and underdelivered. But yesterday, Ha-Seong Kim, who's been a standout performer across the season for the Padres, offensively and defensively, had his first career grand slam, and it was a beauty.
In the air to left field. Back goes De La Cruz at the wall. Grand slam! It's Slam Diego for Ha-Seong Kim. His first grand slam of his career. Padres take a 5-0 lead.
They're back.
Well, Ha-Seong Kim never left. I mean, that's what I take away from yesterday's game, because without him hitting that grand slam, they don't win that game.
Nope, it ties.
Well, and we know how they do with ties.
You're damn right.
We might be in inning 41 by now.
No, they would have lost in the 10th.
Oh, good
That's
point.
what they do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's
Right.
that.
I mean,
Hey,
not
look,
to be a total jerk about this, but like Ha-Seong Kim's been doing it all year long. If there's one person that is away from any blame anywhere on this team, it's Ha-Seong Kim.
I mean, I agree. I mean, well, he's one of them at least. I totally agree. He's been fun to watch. He's been a great Padre. He's been doing his best to pull the team along here when there's been a lot of people struggling the whole time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It brings you a little bit of hope that maybe something can happen. But I feel like I've been burned so many times over the past 115 games,
And teams ahead of them won. So the Cubs won, the Phillies won, the Diamondbacks won.
Yeah, so
the
it doesn't
Diamondbacks
do
won
anything for 'em.
with it did a half game worth.
Yeah.
So they're at 5.5 now instead of 6. The Diamondbacks won in the 11th inning with a freaking Tommy Pham walk-off double.
Oh, yeah. I just was watching on MLB
Tommy
Network.
Pham is going to ruin this.
Tommy Pham. Oh, God. Well, yeah. And we thought Ryan Weathers was going to ruin the party
Yeah.
for the
Right.
Padres last
He's
night.
still broken. The Padres ruined him.
Yeah, they did not. They did a number on him. And so they then again did a number on him last night. But yeah, I think you said it right when you said Kim's been doing it all year. Kim, that's his 17th homer of the year. That's his first career grand slam, as mentioned. And he has been one of the performers offensively that's actually gone over expectations. Like, has been a consistent offensive performer, has been one of the guys you can really rely on to deliver you better than average stats at his position per his hitting, and his fielding, his defense, we've always known.
It's immaculate.
He's just been so good since he's been a Padre. So that's never been in question. But yeah, that was a ton of fun to watch, because again, nobody here is rooting against the Padres. But when you have weekends like we're coming off of, where everybody's shut in their house, everybody's making preparations for a big storm. So then come the second of a doubleheader, you sit down to watch some winning Padres baseball, especially after they showed some fight in game 1 against the Diamondbacks, and they roll over the way they did. It doesn't exactly give you that enthusiasm that you're like, all right, well, let's head out to the ballpark on Tuesday and support, or Monday night, and support the team. But this was good. And then we got Blake Snell Day today. And then we're going to actually be at the ballpark on Wednesday.
Yeah,
That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Ha-Seong Kim bobblehead today, which that is something I
Perfect
would go
timing.
to the game just to get that.
Yeah,
Because I'm a
perfect
big fan of
timing.
his. Now, I will never say an ill word about Don Orsillo. I think he's one of the best broadcasters in the game. I think the combination of him and Mud is probably the best duo that we have in Major League Baseball right now. But did you guys hear the Korean call of the Ha-Seong Kim Grand Slam yesterday?
Yeah, I did not.
Yeah, this.
Holy crap.
Wait till you hear this.
선수고요.
자, 김하성의 타구가 왼쪽으로 돌아오지 않습니다. 김하성의 통산 첫 번째 그랜드 슬램.
That's the only word I understood.
Now, I don't speak Korean, but I don't think there were a whole lot of words. It was just excitement, man.
I love it. I love it.
Well, any call, and Don Orsillo is great at this, but any call where the enthusiasm and the energy matches the moment without seeming, forced or lacking authenticity, that's the best. And that's exactly what we got out of that call. I love Ha-Seong Kim. He's he seems like the nicest human on the planet. He seems like the guy who you want at your dinner table every night, making funny faces at the kid and having like, it's just, he's charming.
I wish I could get remarried and ask Hassan Kim to be my best man. Sorry, Alex, step aside.
Yeah, Alex, unfortunately, Ben has a new brother and his name's Hassan. Yeah.
How great would it be if there was just randomly Hassan Kim as your best man? He doesn't say anything to anyone. He just comes in. He's the best man. He says there's a quick speech in Korean at the reception, and then he goes home.
He waits for the interpreter, like after every line. He just looks
and you know what? He's so nice that he would probably do it.
Oh no, there's no question. Yeah. If you wrote him a letter, he would have showed up to your wedding and been your best man. I'm almost convinced of that.
Just show him a picture of your credentials.
Yeah.
Wait, from last year? I have those.
Wait, the reason why we've only been able to sit in the seats of the rest of the fans is because they never gave us credentials this year.
Dude, that started it. I'm telling you.
Wait, what'd you say?
That started it all.
Oh, yeah. By the way,
that cursed them.
Anybody who's listening affiliated with the Padres organization this morning at 6:11 and 22 seconds, if you want to uncurse the Padres, go ahead and heave over some of those credentials next year for the only other sports morning show in the county. That would be smart. Any spray. Moving on to the NFL.
Before we move on to the NFL, there was a heated discussion happening on Instagram last night.
About what?
Between myself and Darnay.
About?
Your take on donuts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm glad you stood up for him.
Yeah.
Darnay is like, I complimented him the other day because I thought he had his best tweet of the year, which it was the crazy lady on the plane that's that mother effer's not real, but pointing at Tatis. And it was like a really great tweet. I compliment him, and then he's run on a spew of awful takes. Yeah. None worse than the ones on Instagram about Rich's Donuts.
I'm going to go to Instagram right now because I kind of posted and ghosted yesterday on Instagram because we had a busy day. We went to see the Ninja Turtle movie.
Oh, how was that?
I'll give my full review in a second after I put myself through this.
Should we post the picture of us with Ninja cards?
I believe
with the Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, we definitely should. Sunday, I think, is National Movie Day, and they're like $4 everywhere to go see a movie.
I'm gonna go see that Will Ferrell as a dog.
Damn
movie.
it! I paid full price yesterday.
Did you go to the lot also?
No. I went to, you know where I went? That Ultra Star in Mission Valley.
Oh yeah, great spot
over at Hazard Center. Well, I always forget
where I go to most of my movies.
Yeah. I like it because it's kind of tucked away. Always like relatively quiet over there, especially if you're seeing a movie that's, it's been out for close to a month now, about 20 days in theaters. So we had the theater to ourselves, which was good because my children ran around the theater the entire time while I was trying to watch these Ninja Turtles. But yeah, now I'm looking at it. Darnay Tripp first message on Instagram was, the crumb donut is elite from Entenmann's, but most of these takes are highly suspect. And then Travis, you actually went, thank you. No one eats the coconut. They keep it in there for profiling purposes.
Coconut does suck.
Coconut's delicious.
No, coconut's awful.
Okay, wait, first of all I said about it was it's underrated. And this is the problem. Coconut gets smeared by people who don't like coconut. Grow up, you two.
Coconut's garbage.
You're garbage.
Wow.
Actually, you know what? That got very personal. You're not garbage. I like you a lot. And I also like coconut. And you know what? There's room in my heart for both. All right. So Darnay goes on and he says, you think you know someone and they spout some nonsense like that, shaking my head. Travis fires back with, my head is spinning right now. What an opening salvo. Coconut gets the nod, and Maple Bar is completely snubbed. No chocolate glaze, no twist, not even sometimes controversial bear claw and or apple fritter. Where's the good old-fashioned rainbow sprinkle on this mix? Good God, Ben! And then Tripp, he goes at him. He goes, has the guy never heard of a blueberry cake donut? How is he qualified to speak on this topic? Look, if you guys want to hit up my beloved Golden Donut and sell this for good, set our guy straight. Let me know. Travis, it's not that we want to go and settle it to Golden and settle this. It's that we have to. clear the schedule. This goes down tomorrow. Are we going today?
No, he said no. He can't do it today.
Okay. Well, this went on for 14 more comments.
And then Golden Donut weighed in, and they're like, "Bring it on!"
Jesus, they did.
Yeah.
At some point, they're just like, you know what? We're in. Whatever you guys want to. Golly.
And so did Intamans.
Yeah, Entenmann's did too. Yeah, they got some love on this post because the crumb donuts. I mean. Okay, folks, I understand. There's a lot of people.
If you haven't seen this video, it's up on our TikTok, Instagram, Twitter at BigRichTD Fletch, so you know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Sorry, we got a little off the rails there.
Those are Big Rich breakdown.
It's Big Rich breakdown.
Those are big deals.
Those are big deals. Big deals.
So wait till you hear Travis Tabbies.
Oh
what am
my
I talking
God,
about? Cats
Travis.
only?
No, it's tabloids.
It's all
tabloids.
It's all tabby cats all day.
I've been fishing around that name in my brain, but you both reacted positively, so
I think
So,
that's not bad. That's
What's
not bad.
odd? I don't know if you're a SpongeBob fan. At some point, my daughter Haley called me Travie Patty.
like a Krabby Patty.
Yeah, I don't know why this was brought up or said, but then all of her friends started calling me this. It was very odd, and once in a while, people
You
just
call me
say it.
Mr. Dale.
Yeah, that's right. Once in a while, people just say it to me. So when you said that, I was like, "What?" Wasn't that?
I want you to know this. If we could rename the show at this point, Big Rich, Travie Patties, and Fletch, we would. And I feel like we missed a great opportunity. Moving on to the NFL. It's okay. It's okay because honestly, yeah, check out Big Rich TD Fletch on Instagram, TikTok, and X.com. Also, YouTube. We stream live every single day. If you want to see our faces bright in the morning, just go to YouTube, click subscribe. Big Rich TD and Fletch is where you find us. Okay.
Drop a
Out of the
like, too.
NFL. Yeah, drop us a like.
Yeah.
We love those likes.
Maybe a comment. We'll keep the chat open today.
Tell your friends. We're trying to get to 10,000 followers on Instagram.
You're damn right we are.
We're pretty close.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
That's 8,300, something like that.
300? Okay. Well, things are happening.
Come on.
You know, if we can get to 10,000 by the end of the show today, I think we do
Quickly.
something crazy.
Oh my God, yeah.
We would have to have 1,700 people who don't currently follow us.
We need 1,700 of you right now to get on your phones.
Look right in the camera, folks.
Open your IG and go to Big Rich TD and Fletch and follow us. Okay.
Well, what can we do to pay off something crazy?
Jeez.
Rich will do a belly flop.
Yeah. How about, well, hang on. Whoa,
Well, I'll find out.
whoa.
Oh, yeah.
We got tickets to 50 Cent.
We do got tickets to 50
We got
Cent.
tickets to Pantera. We got tickets to Godsmack.
Dude.
Well, I mean, a new follower could get a pair of tickets.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
If we get to 10,000 Instagram followers, we'll give those tickets away. Otherwise, looks like we got some shows to see.
Absolutely.
We're
I
keeping
do
them
love
for
me
ourselves.
some Fitty.
Yeah. And I'm going to Godsmack. There you have it. And Ben, you're going to see Pantera.
Cowboys from Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
It is a great song.
Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is an interesting cat. Man, sometimes I think his, first of all, you want to talk about energy and enthusiasm. We were just talking about Don Arcillo's emphatic call of the Ha-Sung Kim Grand Slam last night. I like Stephen A.'s delivery sometimes.
Second to none in terms of enthusiasm and really believing in what he says.
Yeah.
Now, does everyone else believe in what he says?
No, yeah. I mean, and sometimes things are based in reality and he has it 100% right, or he's a strong, opinionated voice in sports.
And I would say in basketball, nobody better. He is so well connected in basketball. Boxing, same thing. Back when boxing was huge, Stephen A. Smith was one of the foremost voices on it. NFL, he's had a long history of screwing things up.
Yeah, so he kind of stepped in it. He said that he has sources that told him that Diggs wants out of Buffalo. So Stephon Diggs, there was discord in Buffalo during OTAs. Him and the, I guess it was Allen. They got into it, or another teammate. Sean McDermott excused him, sent him home, and this blew up in the media and then went away, and then training camp started, and it all seems like things have been resolved. But Stephen A. comes out and says that he wants out of Buffalo. Well, Stephon Diggs has responded, and he said, and this is directly from X.com, 100% not true. I don't know who his source is, but I thought I'd nip this bleep in the butt already. So that's what Stephon Diggs says. I don't know. Do you guys buy Stephen A's side? Do you buy Stephon Diggs' side? Who are you rolling with here?
I believe Stephen A. Smith maybe misheard the source and he said Diggs wanted out of Buffalo, because I do think there was drama and that was real. We saw in the playoffs last year, Stephon Diggs throwing his hands up and there was some exchange between him and Josh Allen. And then the preseason stuff was weird. It was bizarre. I don't think we got the full truth from anyone, especially Josh Allen, who right afterwards was like, look, we love Stephon Diggs so much, blah, 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 blah. I believe he loves him so much, but I don't know that Diggs was feeling the reciprocated love. And so I think that Stephen A. Smith may have heard he wanted out of Buffalo at that time. And there's also a leaked list from someone of teams that Stephon Diggs would have wanted to be traded to. I don't know if that's BS. It's from a non-blue checkmark X account. But there's something there. I don't know that Stephen A. Smith needed to do his low register serious talk time because he's better when he's up and going crazy.
Well, the blue check mark you can get just by paying $8 a month. So that may or may not make it a more valid account. But I think there's probably truth somewhere in the middle here. I agree with you, Ben. He probably heard somewhere or misheard something that was to the effect that Diggs wanted out. And he said it. And then, I don't know. I don't think Diggs is not going to come out and say it's not true. I feel like he has to. He's got to save face a little bit with the team.
He also said, rocking with my dogs, Bills Mafia through and through.
Here, I put the tweet right where my cursor is on the rundown here of Stephen A. Confidently stating, as it says here on Twitter, on his show on ESPN, that he has his sources, and he wants to give this a quick listen. All right, let's check it out.
You should have seen Dan Orlovsky's face when Stephen A. Smith was saying this. He was just,
yeah. Well, listen, I mean, this is a shocking revelation if true, because we've heard nothing since the incident of the sort. Everybody was expecting Diggs to all of a sudden throw a tantrum and start stomping his feet and maybe force his way out of Buffalo at some point this offseason, or there be, stories planted in the media, but none of that happened. And then all of a sudden, Stephen A. comes off the top rope when it seems hunky-dory again in Buffalo with this revelation. I don't know if I buy it. I'm not saying that Stephen A. didn't hear it, but maybe he heard it from people who have it wrong. Or Diggs is lying. Those are the only two possibilities of truth here.
Diggs wanted out. He wanted out of Buffalo, past tense.
Yeah, or he wanted out. When Stephen A. heard that news, maybe it was a month ago. Maybe heard it closer to the time. But I will say this, that when you go to air with something like that, I mean, it better be true. It better be rock solid truth. And right now, unfortunately for Stephen A., Diggs is still in Buffalo, hasn't made noise since that incident, has looked like, an exemplary teammate. and also just refuted it. I mean, flat out refuted it on Twitter. So I don't know if this is accurate or not. But as it stands right now, Diggs is the best option that the Bills have at receiver, and we'll see what happens in the coming days. Okay, so much to get to. We have a streak broken in the preseason we never thought would fall. Also, fake news. There was no flood. We'll check that out on the other side as well.
A 6-year plus streak has been broken. We'll talk about it next.
This update is presented by AutoZone. We will begin here with the Padres, who do get a win over the Marlins last night. Ha-Seong Kim hits a grand slam. That powers the Padres to a 6-2 win. 2 more against the Marlins over the next couple days. Teams ahead of the Padres in the wild card from yesterday. Giants lose to the Phillies 10-4. Diamondbacks beat the Rangers 4-3 in 11 innings. And the Cubbies beat the Tigers 7-6. Padres 5.5 back, 36 games left. NFL news, Commanders beat the Ravens last night 29-28 in preseason football. This snaps the Ravens' 24-game preseason win streak, and the Indianapolis Colts have granted running back Jonathan Taylor permission to seek a trade. The Colts are now asking for a first-round pick or a package of picks for the 24-year-old running back. And in college football, Michigan has self-imposed a 3-game suspension on head coach Jim Harbaugh, this coming from alleged violations during the COVID dead period. A lot of people assuming this has to do with recruiting during the dead period. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and help you save time and money down the road. Restrictions do apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Big Rich, CD, and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760. We have tickets to see 50 Cent at the North Island Credit Union Amphitheater. That's happening August 31st. We have tickets to see Pantera. 50 Cent.
Yeah.
50.
I told John Schaefer when he does these reads, he has to say 50.
He has to say 50?
He
Did he say
doesn't.
50?
He did not comprehend what was happening.
No.
Coming up on the show, we have 50 cents. It's going to be at the North Island Credit Union Amphitheater on August 31st. You can
That's
get
right.
tickets and information at Ticketmaster.com.
Do they sell tofu?
Yeah. We're gonna have change for $1 at North Island Credit Union Amphitheater. That is $50.
Yeah,
Performing live.
That is 4 bits, ladies and gentlemen. 4 bits.
Yeah, John. Look, John is, if he's nothing else, he's square. But all of a sudden he's into energy drinks.
I know. I
What?
saw him drinking a
Whoa, whoa,
Celsius
whoa, whoa, whoa,
yesterday.
whoa.
So,
What?
The new vending machine at iHeart San Diego yields different options in terms. You could get the full strength, full sugar monsters. You could get a 0-calorie Bang. You could grab yourself a low-cal Celsius. He walked into a meeting we had yesterday drinking an energy drink. This is somebody who, I mean, swears he's never even tasted coffee before. He's just like slugging a Celsius.
In a few weeks after hanging out with us, he'll be smoking. He's got a big thing of dip in his lip. I was at the vending machine last week. I don't know. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the drinks at the bottom. I'm like, oh, there's some orange juice and there's ginger ale, there's a club soda. This thing's full of mixers.
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah. Well, what was crazy is, so yesterday, no. This was Friday, yesterday. Gosh, my brain. Yeah, Friday, you were driving in and you're like, okay, we have a tropical storm at the time. It was a hurricane. We got a hurricane coming up the west coast of Mexico, so we should probably make hurricanes. I brought some island liqueurs and some rum. We don't have a mixer. I'm like, no problem. I went over to our vending machine. They have mango nectar in there. I mean, it's unbelievable.
So we made hurricanes.
Those hurricanes were so good.
Listen, you needed to get past
I know, you're right.
the
But
dark.
J-Riff
floater.
came in and thought that I had filled up energy drink into a cup, and it was the hurricane. And he took one sip and spit it out right here.
Wow. Wow.
And that's what I said. Well, don't drink other people's stuff.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you big jerk.
I was watching American Ninja Warrior last night, and I thought maybe we could get J-Riff on this.
Dude, yeah, he would be perfect because he would be overly confident.
Exactly.
And then he would go out there and where he can sort of hide his overall lack of athleticism on a basketball court by being a great shooter.
Mhm.
There's no hiding on a ninja course.
We know Akbar Gabajamil.
We do.
We could probably get
we
him
know.
on.
We could probably, yeah, we'll set it up.
What I really thought would work well, or to his advantage for the show, is all of the American Ninja Warriors like to wear shirts with their name on it, like promoting them as a ninja. And I think J-Riff would like a J-Riff shirt.
Well, he already
Yeah.
has one, the Hardwood and Balls Classic. He's got he's got the jersey. We put his name on
to
it.
wear the jersey.
He has to wear it. Eventually that shirt's coming off though. In fact,
well,
I sort of feel like if he was on our morning show, he would do the show shirtless. Like
right.
if he wasn't on the Darren Smith show, the show of record on this station,
Right.
he would be topless.
We should make him come on the show topless, but the entire show he has to put oil on himself.
God, yes.
Just the entire time wiping oil
I
on.
was actually thinking we should have him come in Thursday at 9:00 to film.
Okay,
To
yeah.
do some extra filming.
yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
our boy Griffin's available.
I can ask.
Yeah.
I
We
can
have something very special. Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We talked about it last week.
We've got a hypnotist coming in on Thursday at 9:00. So this is going to be a live stream only event on our YouTube page. And then we will clip out some of the best ofs and we'll post it to Instagram and TikTok. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X.com.
And we'll play back some of it on Friday. We'll just condense it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this.
I want her to hypnotize me and make me not want to eat anymore.
Well, see, that's going to be tricky because you, if I know nothing else about you, you love food. In fact, so much so that during the hurricane or tropical storm, whatever it ended up being, while everybody else was like, I need batteries. I think I have a lantern that my grandfather gave me. You're like, look, guys, Thanksgiving dinner.
We did. We made a turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes. We had olives. I went and got the jellied cranberry rolls.
Oh, my God.
Kendall was so jealous
oh,
when I
it
showed her
was-
those pictures.
It was phenomenal.
It looked amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
you did the bird in the bag. You yeah, and I love the canned cranberry. It was all
Oh, yeah.
sliced up
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the discs.
I'm the only one that eats it, and
Oh,
I like it just like that.
I love it so much. Yeah. Well, anyways,
Yeah. So listen, I didn't want to wait for Thanksgiving. That's all.
so we're gonna get hypnotized on Thursday. I'm pretty excited about it. We'll see how it ends up going. The NFL yields a result that I don't think any of us would have thought would have imagined. The Baltimore Ravens have lost their first preseason game
Wow.
in 24 tries.
Wow.
Jeff Schwartz is so pissed this morning.
Oh,
He's been the guy beating the drum for betting on the Ravens in every single preseason game for years now, and he's been right until last night. Do you guys remember last year? It was the Jets it was the Commanders who ruined the Philadelphia Eagles' perfect season. They
yeah.
snapped the
really?
streak at like 10 games.
You're right. Yeah.
And then it's the Commanders who last night ruined the Baltimore Ravens and Jim Harbaugh's perfect squeaky clean record of the preseason.
The Commanders are so good.
They're really good.
They're streak
really
ruiners.
I believe that it was San Diego's own Josh Johnson
Yeah.
who was the quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens yesterday when they lost. That's unfortunate.
He was so
Whoopsie-doodle.
good in that NFC Championship
Wow.
game.
Yeah, well, that also happened. We all watched that. That was unfortunate. Anyways, so yeah, that streak falls.
It's incredible. What's
Yeah.
that? I mean, that's like 6+ years.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It really is. I mean, to do anything for multiple seasons. Also, think about the staying power. Harbaugh's been there that whole time. Like, there's very few coaches. Go back 6 years. It's like Carroll, Reed, Belichick, Tomlin. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Every other coach has been fired and replaced.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about that. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Harbaugh's been in Baltimore for that time too. It's hard to keep your job in the NFL as a head
He's
coach.
been there decade plus. All those guys you just mentioned have been decade plus.
Yeah, it's hard to keep your job in the NFL.
Interesting though that's the streak that he wants to.
Well, I think
Listen, guys.
he's just always been a coach who says never waste an opportunity to go out and compete and win. When
Okay.
a lot of coaches take preseason and are like, I could care less what happens. Hell, the Chargers don't play a single starter in the preseason.
Yeah. There's a lot of teams that actually follow suit. That the starters don't play a whole lot, and they look at it as not a waste of time. But we're going to get our reps at practice. We're going to get our quality reps against other colored uniforms.
Scrimmages.
When you have these joint practices, and so you'll have live reps against other teams, and that's about all you need. Look, when the lights go on for real and you're in a stadium and it is a game day and you're preparing for 3 hours of fury, it does feel different, but you can get a lot done at practice too. So I'm not saying one way is right, one way is wrong, but this is pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy to take the preseason so seriously or to perform as well as consistently as the Ravens
Do you
have.
think John Harbaugh was a little distracted by the mess that Jim Harbaugh's found himself in?
Oh, boy.
Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Michigan self-imposing a 3-game suspension on Jim Harbaugh because of alleged violations of what everyone is thinking is recruiting during the COVID dead period when
Mhm.
he wasn't supposed to be recruiting.
I think this is all
I think
It's so dumb.
Dude, the back and
Oh,
forth between
absolutely.
Harbaugh and Michigan has been insane for like 3 years now.
What's crazy about all this is like that for the NCAA. The NCAA, I mean, like at this point, do they really have any control over anything in college
No.
football? I mean, these teams on a whim can all of a sudden be like, nope, we're not in the Pac-12 anymore. Whoopsie doodle. See you later. Going to the Big Ten. And then other teams go, are they going to the Big Ten? And somebody goes, well, yes, yeah, they're going in 2024.
You can do
You
that?
think they'll make it to Big 11?
You know what? We're going to go too.
Yeah.
And then so 2 more teams go. And then, and then there's a couple teams who are like, well, we don't want to be here if we're going to go to the Big 12. Actually, 4 of us, we're going to the Big 12.
And now you have the Pac-4.
we have the Pac-4. Like, so like as if the NCAA has any rules. These penalties, I guess Michigan needs to enforce them. I guess.
Michigan's doing it themselves.
Yeah.
They're like the NCAA doesn't have anything to do with this suspension.
The NCAA could still decide over the top to suspend him further. Michigan's trying to get ahead of it. They're trying to basically say, hey, look, we took care of it, so don't step in here. But I again, they're the governing body. This is the way college sports are set up right now.
And do we really think other coaches weren't also recruiting during COVID dead period?
Right. That was
Like,
that's my first thought of like, oh, well, this is the guy that got caught.
Do we think they all ceased operations?
Yeah.
I don't.
For safety.
Yeah, guys. Yeah.
For safety.
But when I was tweeting, I was wearing a mask.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah, I can't recruit over the phone either.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are 15 minutes away from Next Level Fit Guy Stuff Tuesday. A decision needs to be made, and it will be over the break. We'll fill you in on the other side. Also, Aaron Rodgers looking to go out with a bang and then do what? We'll fill you in next. All right, coming up next, how important is it to leave a legacy? We'll fill you in next. Also, we've got a big decision to make on the Next Level Fit Guy Stuff Tuesday. That's next as well. So I think the plan is I'm gonna run out of here as soon as this segment ends to get us the chicken fajita pita. Here's the question: what sauce? Because I'm struggling with this. Like, do we stay full on Mediterranean? Because Sheena made a strong argument that everything's better with ranch.
Have you had their good sauce?
What's good sauce?
That's really good,
dude. Their spicy good sauce.
I've never heard of good sauce ever. I was honestly thinking, what if we put some of their taco sauce on it?
Now you're talking to. Yeah, we can.
I mean, and taco sauce, I mean, it would, I guess, fall under the Mediterranean diet, even though it's not Mediterranean,
now
right?
You're tacoing.
Yeah, you did it. You really did it.
He did it.
We hate you so much for that.
Yeah.
That one right there.
Anyways, let's talk about it.
Same joke.
What?
Same joke.
This is not going anywhere quick.
It's on purpose.
Yeah.
So right after the segment, you're gonna head out to Jack in the Box.
And so sauces. I need confirmation.
Okay, well, I want to know what good sauce is.
Okay, so we'll get good sauce. We'll get the original and spicy.
Okay.
I think taco sauce generally is pretty safe. It usually doesn't have calories or carbs.
Okay, hot sauce or taco sauce. Are we doing ranch? I mean, do I put it in the bag? Do we even want to?
I don't want to be tempted.
Sheena. Oh, you're okay. You're right. We don't do what Sheena said.
If you get ranch, we're eating ranch. Probably drinking it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we should probably stay away from ranch today. I mean, we're on the Mediterranean diet.
Do they not have ranch in Mediterranean?
I don't know much about Mediterranean. What language do they speak there?
Greek.
Mediterranean.
And they eat chicken fajita pitas.
Wait, hold on here.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg, he's the founder of Meta.
Yep.
Does he live in Mediterranean?
Yeah. You know what? He's we're gonna get to the. I will ask them at Jack in the Box live on air.
Good.
And by the way,
can I speak to Mark, please?
What's the name of the metaverse in the the movie Ready Player One.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I forget as
I
well.
just watched it.
Ready.
While we're thinking
Player
about that,
One.
Aaron Rodgers has stated his plan. He's planning to win multiple Super Bowls
Yeah, good luck.
with the Jets before handing the keys to Zach. So the New York Jets, I mean, look, a lot has been said about the Jets, and then they're on Hard Knocks, and everybody is becoming infatuated with the Jets because this is what happens every time Hard Knocks airs, and it's a team. It happened with the Detroit Lions last year. It'll happen with the Jets this year. But is there more of a belief or less of a belief watching inside the ropes on Hard Knocks what Jets camp and preseason has looked like?
I don't think they're going to win a Super Bowl.
Okay.
Like Aaron Rodgers struggled to win a Super Bowl in Green Bay, one of the winningest franchises in the history of the NFL. The Jets haven't won a Super Bowl since 1969.
Yeah.
The Jets have been a dumpster fire for the last generation of football fans.
Well, they're not a dumpster fire right now.
Not right this second, that's correct, but I don't necessarily think Aaron Rodgers is the person to put that fire out.
But when you think about Aaron Rodgers and what his name means to that franchise, like think about the last time the Jets have had a real standout quarterback.
Mark Sanchez?
I mean, yeah,
Do you even qualify him as a standout?
No.
Joe Namath?
Joe Namath. Well, yeah, Joe Namath. Joe Namath was the guy, but like,
Right.
was it? I mean, like since then, like names that have popped. Like these are names that have popped for the Jets: Vinny Testaverde, Chad Pennington, and Mark Sanchez. Okay.
Wow.
Like those are names that
Wow.
were a cut above the rest. And then they've had the likes of Geno
Zach
Smith
Wilson,
and Ryan Fitzpatrick,
Mike White,
and Zach Wilson and Mike White in recent years.
If the Jets were in the NFC, are they in the Super Bowl?
they have a lot better shot.
Yeah.
But they are in the
I mean-
AFC. They are in a stacked division. They still would have to get through the Chiefs. It's just such a long way to go for them to actually get to the Super Bowl. Now, do they have a better chance right now than they did last year? Hell, yes, they do. But it is going to be a tough road to hoe.
Wow. Yeah, it's interesting. And then meanwhile, on Hard Knocks, everybody is reacting to Aaron Rodgers looking like, everybody's best neighbor on the block. like, he has handshakes with all the guys.
All of a sudden, he's everyone's friend.
Yeah.
He was a villain 12 months ago. He was a villain 6 months ago.
He's got the blunt smoking celebration with Sauce Gardner.
Who they now do it with the ball girl as well, or the water bottle girl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There was that picture. Yeah, they do the thing where they take a hit of the spliff and then now they're passing it off to people.
Did you watch the last week's Hard Knocks yet?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, so
Is this week's already out?
I know
this
it's
week's comes
tonight.
out today.
Okay.
Yeah, I
But
gotta
last
catch
week,
up on
yeah,
that.
I watched last week. It was a good episode, but there was this moment where Aaron Rodgers, and I bet you this is more commonplace than we think, or Rich, but he was going up to a former coach that he had in Green Bay, who's now with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh my God, you look fat, you B. You look S as hell." Like it was just like a moment that he was like being kind of a bully, and then they hugged, and it was all good.
Yeah.
But like he knows he's mic'd up.
Yeah.
What? I mean,
Well, there's
That's on purpose.
There's two things. I've been telling you guys for years, Aaron Rodgers, from almost every single account I've heard, is a nice guy, is fun to be around.
people love playing with him.
Is a good leader. People love playing with him. I've told you for years and years and years. This is kind of credence to that story now because like you can tell why people like playing with him. Now, don't get me wrong. There have been a couple of people who may or may not have access to Grind who have come out publicly and have been extremely highly critical of Aaron Rodgers and how he comports himself in his locker room. And
Well, he's
you know,
gotten a couple people traded who
Yeah.
didn't necessarily want to leave.
yeah,
He's also been really salty at different front office people in Green Bay for trading people he didn't want to leave.
exactly. So, I mean, I guess the best way to describe it is as long as you don't wrong him or as long as you're not on the wrong side of him, life is pretty good with Aaron. And so I think in general, that's the tone that we're seeing with Aaron Rodgers in New York. I mean, there's no stress yet. There's been no season. There's been no issue. There's been no problem. So we'll see. I mean, the first starts flying real soon.
The Oasis.
What about it?
The Oasis. That's the
the
name.
Oasis.
Metaverse.
Which,
Dude, solid flick. First time I ever watched it was this weekend.
yeah, you're missing out, man. That's a good film. Also, the Oasis does sound Mediterranean,
Oh,
which is odd.
You're darn right it does. You're darn right it does. Okay, so coming up in just a few minutes, I'm going to run out of here and go to Jack in the Box. But before I do that, I want everybody to listen to the words that I'm speaking right now. Underdog Fantasy. If you haven't downloaded this new fantasy app, I'm telling you, you have to. Me and Ben played this all last year. We're getting Travis on board. He's downloading the app, and we were going to get him playing with us. It's a ton of fun. It's the best way to play fantasy. Underdog Fantasy has a new play alongside your favorite football. What do you got? What do you put it to?
The app.
Oh, you downloaded
Got
it.
the app.
Yes. Now we're talking. Okay, so you can play all season long. It's legal in California, by the way. A lot of people are confused about that. Absolutely legal. You've got NFL season-long pick'em games. This is my favorite way to play. So what you do is you select between 2 to 5 players, and you're going to pick whether they go lower or higher on their season totals, right? And then you do what you normally do. You take in the primetime games or your full Sunday slate of NFL. You can win up to 20 times your money in a single game by picking 5 players to go higher or lower and hitting all 5. Okay, we did this all last year. It was a ton of fun. The app experience, I got to talk about that. A lot of fantasy apps can get confusing. They kind of bear you down with all these stats and information and stuff like that. You can get that on the Underdog app too, but it's really, really user-friendly. You just open, you click your selections, and you move on with your life until game time. So that's the reason why I love it. Okay, what you need to do right now, though, is sign up and head over to the easy to use app or underdogfantasy.com and use promo code XTRA. That's extra. And Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. So if you put in $10, it turns into 20. If you put in 50, it turns into 100. You put in 100, it turns into $200 for you to play with. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code XTRA. Must be 18 and present in the state, or 18 or older, and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.ncpgambling.org. Coming up next level fit guys stuff Tuesday gets underway.
This update is presented by AutoZone. It's hour 2 on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. Padres, they get a nice win over the Marlins last night. Ha-Seong Kim hits a grand slam. That powers the Pods to a 6-2 win. 2 more against the Marlins over the next couple days. Teams ahead of the Padres in the wild card. Giants lose to the Phillies 10-4. D-backs beat the Rangers 4-3 in 11 innings. Cubbies beat the Tigers 7-6. Padres 5.5 games back, 36 games left to go. NFL news, Commanders beat the Ravens last night 29-28 in preseason football. This snaps the Ravens' 24-game preseason win streak. And the Indianapolis Colts have granted running back Jonathan Taylor permission to seek a trade. The Colts are asking for a first-round pick or a package of picks for the 24-year-old running back. And in college football, Michigan has self-imposed a 3-game suspension on head coach Jim Harbaugh. This coming from alleged violations during the COVID dead period. Most people think it has to do with recruiting. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and help you save time and money down the road. Restrictions do apply. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
It's a richless scream. We have sent Rich out into the world. Very, very important right now.
Hey, what's up? It's Rich. And while I'm talking to you about underdog fantasy and your feet, I want to let you know I'm at Jack in the Box right now.
That's
picking
correct.
up some chicken fajitas for my boys.
Yeah, fajita pitas.
Pitas.
Faji-
I was
faji-
speaking of fetus.
You were thinking of good chicken fitas.
Feta pitas.
Good
Fajita
good
fetus.
chicken feta. Yeah, okay. Yes. So that's what's happening. Look, it's a next level fit guy summer. We've been doing next level fat guy, and we crushed it. I mean, absolutely crushed it. So we decided we're going to get our summer bodies back in shape here. Usually people do this prior to summer, so they look good during the summer, and we thought we'll do it during the summer.
We were way better at fat guy stuff than fit guy stuff.
It
I'll
is
tell you what.
so much easier for me. I mean, that is really my wheelhouse. But because it's next level fit guy, we've been doing different diets. We started out with the keto diet, and then we went carnivore, and then we went paleo, and now we are Mediterranean, Mediterranean diet. And so, of course, with the Mediterranean diet, we thought, well, what can we have that's Mediterranean? And Rich came up with Jack in the Box chicken fajita pitas.
Makes sense to me.
Absolutely. It seems like it's a no-brainer. Meanwhile, as he was running through the office to get to his car, people were throwing orders at him.
Yeah, so he's picking up now for the entire Coco News staff.
That's correct.
You know what I'm
That
going
is
to do
correct.
tonight?
What's that?
I'm going to make some kebabs.
Okay. Oh,
With
wow.
a little
Right.
bell pepper, little chicken,
That's a good idea.
maybe a little shrimp.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I've had leftover turkey so far. That's it.
That's it.
That's
Okay,
it.
so birds are okay if you're going to eat meat. Poultry is the way to go. A lean red meat is okay, but you're supposed to really limit it.
Okay. But if I take the red meat and I mix it with lamb and then put it on a spindle and roast it, that's fine.
So, like when you're at the grocery store, if you're looking for ground beef,
okay.
just get the like 90% lean instead of the 75 like you normally do.
That's I usually go 85.
Okay.
Or 80, depending on what I'm making. Is that what you buy? Is the 73?
No, you can
It's
at
greasy,
butcher
man.
shops.
It's greasy. Yeah, well, I mean,
I
yeah.
like it.
You like that much fat in your ground beef?
Yeah, dude, flavor.
Man, oh man, that's wild, wild. But yeah, so that's where Rich is at. He is en route right now, either on his way back or possibly in line.
We should
I
have
don't
sent him
know.
with the camera.
Yeah, I know. I thought about that, or at least have him call in. He's not even on the phone.
Rich!
Rich, if you're listening, we need you to call.
Just
now.
click StreamYard from your phone.
It's very important. Very important. But yeah, and then we're going to be getting into our next little divisional breakdown in the NFL coming up here shortly when Rich gets back with our chicken fajita pitas. Did you see that today could be the day that they're hoping to receive a reply from Alien Life?
Wait, what?
So 40 years ago,
That was very Jim Russell. Sorry, but you startled me.
yeah, well, I mean, it could happen. 40 years ago, astronomers and scientists sent a message into space. And these messages contain different drawings and math, I guess, because it's a universal language out into space. And they thought that about this time, that would be the quickest time period that they would receive a reply.
Today?
Today. Today, 40 years ago is when they sent it out. So they thought it'll take 40 years because it'll take 20 years for it to get to the closest solar system. So if there was any life at that solar system and they picked it up and sent a message back, it would be 20 more years.
But what if that life got it and was like, I don't know what to do with this? Tell me, algebra?
It's a possibility.
What are we doing here?
Well, it's not just algebra. There are pictures like drawings of fish or different mammals, cells, humans. I mean, it looks like they drew.
They're gonna get this stuff and see a woolly mammoth and be like, "What the hell is that thing?"
Yes, there will be a lot of that. So it's quite odd, but today could be the day that we hear back and alien life is confirmed.
I would like to hear from them.
Same.
Paris on YouTube says, "Make sure you get euros." Dom Ryder says, "Padres final record 80 and 82. Is it laundry day today, guys? Because we're all wearing the same thing." Oh, we have Rich.
Oh yeah. Oh, we have Rich. We have Rich on the stream.
Rich,
guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is incredible. Okay. You'd be shocked to learn that when you order 6 chicken fajita pitas, they send you to the parking spot to wait for your food. We should have called ahead.
Well, you look great.
Did you request the sauces yet?
Oh my God, yeah. Okay, so that was a part of the conversation that got real dicey because she was busy on the headset over here at Jack in the Box. She kept asking me to repeat myself, and so I was like, okay, we need the salsa, we need the hot sauce, and then she'd be like, okay, what else do you want? I'm like, oh darn it, okay, we need the salsa, we need the hot sauce, we need the good sauce. She's like, okay, do you want fries with that combo or sandwich? I'm like, wait, hang on, we need the hot sauce, we need the salsa, we need the ranch dressing, we need the. So I think I ordered all of the sauces. We have all of the sauces. They're coming.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure every sauce is Mediterranean.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. I asked him about Mark Zuckerberg. He does not work here. That I can tell you.
I'm baffled at this point.
Speaking of lizard people, did you hear Travis what he was just saying, that today's the day we might hear from alien life?
Dude, yeah. So the message goes out 40 years ago, and today is the earliest day they could respond, or we should have heard from them by now. What's the deal?
Today would be the earliest that scientists think they would be able to respond by, because the message took 20 years to get where it was going. It would be the closest place that could have life. So if they got it immediately and sent it back, it would be another 20 years.
I think that it may, like, I flip-flop on this a lot, but I'm on the page now where I think it may be a mistake to reach out to anybody else or anything else in the galaxy or the universe to communicate with us because of the way we treat lower life forms. Like,
if they're advanced enough to respond to us, I'm also assuming they're advanced enough to wipe us out.
Right. This is not good. This is not good. Like, think about the kindness that you show an anthill, for example. Like, it's bothersome if it's near your front porch. I guess you ignore it if it's far enough away from your door. But holy cow, like, if we have intergalactic exterminators, we're toast.
Well, can you imagine if the message was being sent to Earth and we received the message? I mean, what would we do with it? We would just laugh at
it. Yeah, what happens? Yeah, what happens if it comes to San Diego Sports 760 between the hours of 6 a.m. and 9 a.m.? I mean, that's possible. We have radio towers.
You know what? It may arrive here on the StreamYard. We don't know. Aliens may follow us on YouTube. Big Rich TD Fletch. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we already have 8,000 followers on Instagram. Who knows?
Exactly. And it's increasing because people want these 50 cents tickets.
Well, we got to give them away.
Yeah, we do. We do.
I mean, not right now, but eventually. I can't believe this. My mouth is watering. I'm in the mood for some chicken fajita pitas. Yeah.
We're cooking fajitas. Paris says we got to have tzatziki sauce, which I do like tzatziki sauce, but do they have that at Jack in the Box?
No, I know. You know what? I may have made a mistake though, because I'm sure the closest thing they have is sour cream. We could have done something with sour cream.
Yeah, we could have.
Sour cream is not in any diet ever.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Did you drop Sheena's name?
No. I failed to mention that we know the vice president of Jack in the Box, Sheena. She didn't come up in conversation, but I can tell you right now there was a lot of confusion over the fact that I just ordered a half dozen of these at 7 a.m.
We're really glad you did. So yesterday we went over the AFC West: Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders. Rich, you took the over on all their win totals. Travis, you took the over on all of them except for.
Thank you so much.
Because you're a terrible
God,
fan.
this is amazing. Thank you.
And
Have a great day.
I took the over on most of them, but not the.
We got the
I
pitas.
understand we got them, but
pitas
today
in
we're doing the
there.
AFC South.
We got the pitas.
It's on the rundown. We can't just ignore it.
Okay, well, we'll get to the AFC South, but right now, seatbelt's back on. The phone is now locked in place, and Rich Ornberger is on his way back to the station. It's very important news.
This is a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, I mean, should I go tell the people at Kogo?
I mean, yeah, you should probably run over there.
All right, hang on,
Okay,
hang on, hang on,
you
hang on.
screw this show. Yeah, this show sucks. Big Rich and Fletch is a waste of time. Everyone's leaving, and now I'm in the studio by myself.
No, you're not alone. I'm here with you, bud.
And you look great.
It's gonna be fine. Look at this, Ben. Look at this. Look at the StreamYard real quick. Look at those.
Okay, yeah, that looks awesome, and I can't wait to eat it.
Oh my God, there is so much sauce in this bag. This is
Isn't
incredible.
there's something about taking care of the home front first.
What?
Before we take care of the losers over in the news desk?
Everybody's applauding right now. Everybody's so happy. It's like there's a party in our name. It's crazy.
This is the first part of the rest of our lives, gentlemen.
Listen, I ran 12 to 16 feet. I'm winded.
I will say Travis is a much faster excursionist than Rich.
Yeah.
Like, Travis leaves the
Just been
studio
gone for 20 minutes.
Travis leaves the studio. He's back in minimum 7 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't order half a dozen fajita pitas.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the size of the order definitely impacts wait time. Like and also, by the way, when you order breakfast sandwiches, apparently at 7 a.m, they're ready for those chicken fajita pitas. They got to fire up a section of the flat top that they're not ready to really get cooking on.
Somebody has to. The morning crew has to go find where the pitas are located.
Dude, it smells so good in my vehicle right now. I mean, you know what my favorite part about this is? Not only do I get to enjoy the sense of this food wafting in here now, but when I get back in here, whatever time it is, I return to my car, it's still gonna smell like chicken fajita pita.
That's true. You know what? What restaurant really does that to your car? In-N-Out.
Oh yeah.
In-N-Out stays with you for days.
Yeah. Everybody knows for about a half a week where you've been. Yeah.
I do have a confession to make about In-N-Out.
Oh boy. Ben.
Okay. All right.
After Dirks, we got In-N-Out. And I feel like that's understandable. Big night out, lots of drinking, lots of fun.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Kendall wanted it.
Weird you kept it from us this long.
I really wanted it.
I mean,
and I smashed those animal fries so quick.
Man. Oh, that's on the paleo diet. The cavemen, when they would emerge from the thaw, oftentimes it's been accounted in historical reference, they would go to In-N-Out and smash some animal fries.
Well, it's animal.
Yeah, that's true.
It's animal, so that works. Did you want to get to the AFC South? Is that what you want to get to? Ben Fletcher.
I thought we were asking Rich. Yes, I do want to get to the AFC South. So Titans, Jags, Texans, Colts. This is going to be kind of a disappointing division this year, I think, maybe outside the Jags. But the win totals are a little interesting because Texans and Colts are both equal. If you would have known that, because the Texans are supposed to have one of the worst years in NFL history, and the Colts are both pretty decent, but they're both at 6.5 wins. And I think you approach both these teams similarly when you look at them the preseason.
You know what? And speaking of the Colts, hang on here. I
All
thought
right, Rich,
I
we're
read
putting you
this
down. You're
yesterday.
too loud.
Hold on. Yes, I did see this yesterday, and I forgot all about it. Colts have granted Jonathan Taylor permission to look for a trade.
Yeah, they want a boatload in return. They want a first-round pick or a package of picks, and I just don't think that that's what he's worth at this point. I don't know if the Colts are going to get it. This may be them just trying to be like, look, dude, we tried to do what you asked. Now you're just going to have to sit up and sit on the bench if you don't want to play.
Yeah, we'll trade you. All we want in return is $1 billion.
Yeah, a first-round pick for a 24-year-old running back, I don't know if I see it. Now, if someone pays that,
yeah,
the Colts are walking out of this thing thrilled.
But, I mean, either way, there's going to be some turmoil if and probably he remains a Colt. I mean, do you think he's going to go out here and just show he's the best on planet Earth? Maybe. Maybe he's got something to prove.
I just don't know if he's still a Colt if he plays. I think we're running into a situation where he's holding out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He's
boys
back.
and girls, please welcome back to the studio Mr. Richard Ornberger with 2 very full bags of Jack in the Box.
The best day of my life.
Yes.
It's the best day of my life.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
So where do you want to start? You want to start with the Colts then?
Yeah, Colts over under 6.5 wins.
Ooh, Colts over under 6.5 wins. I'll take the under.
Yeah.
Breaking in a rookie quarterback, going to be a tough go for Anthony Richardson. Yeah. And also, if Jonathan Taylor gets traded and they want a boatload of picks in order to do so, yeah, I mean, this is going to be a tough go of it. So yeah, I'll take the under.
Yeah, I'm taking the under as well. Ben?
Well, over would mean Anthony Richardson far exceeds any expectations anyone's ever had for him, right? Over.
Wow. Okay. All right. Got a believer.
I think
in
he
them.
has the most promise of the guys this season. I do think that.
Wow.
Texans also 6.5. This is a pretty easy under for me. I think they are in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes, and CJ Stroud I do not have faith in.
Yeah.
I would agree with the same thing. I think 6.5 is pretty generous for them at the moment.
Yeah, if I'm going to take the Colts and the under, I think we're all in consensus there. The Texans, who have less help offensively, I'm going to take the under.
The Jags have the most interesting line, so we'll save them for last. The Titans 7.5 wins feels a little low for Mike Vrabel, who's done a really good job over the last few years. They still have Derrick Henry. We'll see if there's a perceivable drop-off. Now, the real question comes in, how long is Ryan Tannehill the starter this season? We had on someone earlier this year who said it's his team this year, and then they'll look to the future. But Will Levis is a Tennessee Titan, and a lot of people thought Will Levis was going to be a top 10 pick.
I actually think this is a pretty good line. I mean, as far as from Vegas terms, to me, I feel like 8 wins is what the Titans are staring at. I don't think this is a great division, which gives them a couple wins, but I don't think they're the Jags. I would take the over.
Yeah, I'll take the over here too, because the over can still hit and the Titans can still have a losing record. So I'm comfortable with that. 7.5 wins. You kind of give Vrabel, like you mentioned, very good coach, the benefit of the doubt here to catch something nearing a 500 season. So yeah, I'll take the over.
Over, all Mike Vrabel for me. Jaguars 9.5. That is a big line for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who haven't had a whole lot of success recently. Now, Doug Peterson, Trevor Lawrence, year 3, get Calvin Ridley back. Jags could be staring at a pretty great year. This is a pretty easy over for me because I think they're going to smash this division.
Yeah, I mean that they're owning this division, and I think they've got 6-7 wins just in the division. In my eyes, this is an easy over.
Yeah, I think we're in agreement here. I'll take the over here, especially the way they finished the season. They went toe to toe with what eventually became the Super Bowl champions in the postseason last year in the divisional round. It was pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm going to take the over there. All right. Coming up next, we're going to talk to Derek Togerson, NBC7, about the Padres, who showed some life last night. We'll see if it persists.
Eat, right?
Oh, we're going to. You're damn right. We're going to eat.
We're just going to make Derek sit there and listen to us.
Just chomping. You think some Kim's going to get traded?
In fact, just shh, Derek. Shh.
Have you ever had a chicken fajita pita for breakfast? We suggest it. Okay, yeah, so we're going to talk to Derek on the other side. But before we do, run out. Don't walk to the Good Feet store and do it today, especially if you're experiencing joint pain. If you have joint pain of any sort in your feet, your ankles, your knees, your hips, your back, Trust me when I tell you, you can melt that away. You can find some relief, especially if you've been struggling for years. A lot of people kind of give up. A lot of people just say, well, this is what it is. I got the bad knee, or the back just acts up sometimes. It doesn't have to be that way. Your feet are the foundation of your body, so treat them right. Go to the Good Feet store, slip those arch supports into your shoes, and start enjoying the benefits. We all did it together collectively as a show. We went to the Mission Valley location. Wonderful people working over there. So set your appointment today at goodfeet.com and get on your way to walking around feeling a lot better. All right, coming up next, Derek Togerson, NBC7, and Chicken Fajita Pita on the Next Level Fit Guy Stuff Tuesday. That's next.
All right, we got to get to a little Padres with our good friend Derek Togerson. That's coming up next.
This update is presented by AutoZone. Padres get a win over the Marlins last night. Ha-Seong Kim hits a grand slam to power the Padres to a 6-2 win. 2 more against the Marlins over the next couple days. Teams ahead of the Padres in the wild card race. Giants lose to the Phillies 10-4. D-backs beat the Rangers 4-3 in 11 innings. Cubbies beat the Tigers 7-6. Padres now 5.5 back with 36 games left in the season. NFL news: Commanders beat the Ravens last night 20-28. What did you do?
I dropped salsa. I'm sorry.
No. The Commanders beat the Ravens last night 29-28 in preseason football. This snaps the Ravens' 24-game preseason win streak, and the Colts have granted running back Jonathan Taylor permission to seek a trade. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and help you save time and money down the road. Restrictions do apply. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
They smell so good. They smell so good. I love dieting so much.
It smells like salsa in here.
There's salsa on the ground. It's fine. There's no one here to get mad at that anymore. It's Big Rich, Chidi, and Fletch. San Diego Sports 760. We do have all kinds of tickets we still have to give away. Tickets to go see 50 Cent at the North Island Credit Union Amphitheater. That's August 31st. Pantera tickets at the North Island Credit Union Amphitheater, August 26th. That's this Saturday. Godsmack at the North Island Credit Union Amphitheater. That's this Sunday. Tickets and info to all those shows at Ticketmaster.com, or just keep listening because we will be giving those away shortly. Meanwhile, before we get to the Padres, before we get to our friend Derek Togerson, I do have to say, as everyone's running around delivering chicken fajita pitas from Jack in the Box, one, these look amazing. Two, these actually smell delightful. And hats off to Jack in the Box. I mean, maybe they knew we were with Sheena, but they didn't miss a sauce. I mean, they got all the sauces.
They got every single sauce. So we're gonna try these. I was sprinting to Kogo News.
Yeah, you know what, Derek? The show is yours.
Yeah,
We're gonna eat.
We're gonna eat while you talk, Derek. Well,
What's wrong?
All right. What's wrong or what's right with the Padres? Go.
Okay, well, I think the answer to what's wrong is to be exponentially longer than the answer to what's right. So let's go ahead and start with the wrongness. That might be able to give you a chance to suck down 30 or 40 chicken fajita pitas with whatever kind of sauce of your choosing. What's wrong is this team, as we've said, they have no it factor. They have no edge to them. They have no fight to them. They just don't seem to have anything that makes them believe that they can win baseball games, especially close baseball games, especially late baseball games. When they get pushed, they don't push back, they collapse. And that's the problem. You see a team like, and we'll go right back to the one we always talk about, a team like the Dodgers, or even a team like the Cubs. When they get pushed, they come out throwing haymakers. The Padres are like, no, I don't want to deal with this. I'm just going to go into a shell. And that's really the biggest problem. Now, why that is, I have no earthly idea. So until that changes and they really get tested and then push back consistently for a week or two, I mean, it's happened once and then they go 40 games without it, and then once and they go 40 games without it. If they can do it for a week and a half stretch, then we might be on to something. But if they haven't done it by now with 36 games left, it's simply not in the DNA of this particular group collection of talent.
Rich, can you get me a napkin?
Yeah, you bet, buddy.
Okay. Sorry, did I not give you enough time there, Travis? I'm sorry. Okay. So anyway, let's talk about the bullpen. The bullpen is garbage. Okay? I'm telling you.
Derek, have you had a chicken fajita pita recently? Because they are amazing.
Good Lord.
I have made chicken fajitas on the Blackstone, and I have also made some homemade pitas. I've not put them together though.
Okay. You probably should. This is, as the kids would say, smacking.
What would be your go-to sauce if you were getting a fajita pita right now?
Oh man, go-to. It depends. It depends on what I'm actually doing with the fajitas. If it's like a chicken one, then we're probably going with something like a like a Mediterranean sauce, maybe like a Catalina dressing, something along those lines.
Well,
if it's more like a beef, like a nice lean beef, it's going to be something more along the lines of some of those more spice to it, like those like McCormick packages you can get.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
Nice.
I really I'm eating a chicken fajita pita, and I'm really happy right now, and I have no interest in talking about sad things with the Padres. So
well, they're back.
One really happy thing I think all year has been Ha-Seong Kim. What do they got to do to make sure this guy's a Padre forever?
That dude should be, and you're probably going to, I want to chew and swallow all your food here because you might choke when I say this. That dude should be in the National League MVP conversation. He's not going to be, but you look at the WAR. He's right up there with the Ronald Acuna Juniors and Shohei Ohtani's of the world, and he's done it in such a, I guess, quiet. He's in the quietest 6-7 WAR year maybe you're ever going to see. Maybe it's because nobody expected this from him, so they weren't really looking at him at the beginning of the year. And maybe it's because he's playing in San Diego. Maybe it's because the power numbers are not these massive power numbers, and a lot of his value does come on defense. But man, there's nothing that dude has not done and done extremely well. And I think in his third year here, I don't know if this is what the Padres were expecting, but I'd have to think this is more than they could have hoped when you get a guy like this. And for $7 million this year and $7 million next year, I mean, he's just been absolutely incredible. Now, the question is, did he price himself out, and did the Padres give away maybe an extension or two too soon so that you're not going to be able to hang on to this guy long term? Because he's getting into his prime right now. I mean, he's 28 years old. This is going to be very good for a very long time.
It feels like that Cronenworth contract is probably the one they should have given to Ha-Seong Kim.
Exactly.
So now when you're looking at the future, what kind of moves can they make this offseason? And I'm not advocating to trade Jake Cronenworth, but maybe I am. What kind of moves can they make this offseason to ensure they have enough room to keep around the guys who actually performed well this year?
Well, yeah, Jake's contract kicks in next year too. So that's what's interesting. Here's the question you're playing there. Does Jake have enough value right now that anybody's going to want to take on that deal? I mean, at this point, you're not even worried about what you get back for him. Or do you think, okay, is this an outlier of a season and you give a guy who's shown that he is a valuable ball player, do you give him a chance in the offseason to come back and show you that he can live up to that contract next year? I think that's probably where they land. But honestly, I could be talked either way into that. And I think the other question here is, and it's a guy who's kind of been on the lips of Padres fans the last couple of weeks, is Jackson Merrill ready next year? Because if Jackson Merrill is ready next year and you can bring in a much lower price, probably a lower price, maybe even a little more athletic version of Jake Cronenworth, do you trade Jake simply because you've got a guy who's ready to launch on Alert 5 who can come in and give you the same kind of production, maybe even a little bit more power? So that's going to be a big question as well. Do you think that guy's ready, and can you get something for Jake, and will anybody take on that contract? So that's probably where they're leaning right now with what they do with Cronenworth or not. But you're right, man. And maybe trading Jake out of town, you're able to now give that extension to a guy like Ha-Seong Kim. They're going to have to move a little money around. But also remember, Blake Snell comes off, Josh Hader comes off, Luis Garcia comes off, Drew Pomeranz comes off. You're looking at about $40-45 million you have to play around with just from those guys not being back next year. So you've got some flexibility here.
And you can restructure some contracts, no question about it. Derek Torgerson joining us, NBC7 sports reporter. Also listen to On Fryer podcast. He hosts that with Darnay Tripp, good source for Padres information. Okay, let's do it. Let's ask the question that addresses the 2,000-pound elephant, which I think is a small elephant actually in the room.
That'd be the Asian elephant, yes.
Yeah. Some smaller
not
species.
the African elephant.
Tusks, though, really good one, prominent. Okay, can they make the postseason? Is it, in your mind, is it a possibility? Or are we outside that realm of possibility at this point?
Are you talking about mathematically or realistically?
Realistically, like you in
your... realistically, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mathematically, obviously, yes. Realistically, what proof do you have? What even suggestion do you have that they can put something together? Here's maybe the wildest part of this whole season is the Padres do not have a winning streak of more than 3 games. The Oakland Athletics have lost 91 times. They have a 7-game winning streak this year. Even the worst team in a historically awful baseball team has a 7-game winning streak. Whereas the Padres at $275 million can't get more than 3. So if you're suggesting that after playing 130-something games, this team is going to suddenly go, oh, yeah, we're going to rip off 15 out of 18, I don't see it. I mean, eventually, remember Bill Parcells, you are what your records say you are. Well, what the record says they are is they're not a very good baseball team, and they certainly are an inconsistent baseball team. And if you're not a consistent baseball team, you don't suddenly figure out how to win 20 out of 25. I just don't see it.
Okay, so next question. If they miss the postseason, does AJ Preller still remain with the organization?
Now you're talking, will he or should he?
Well, I guess I'd like you to answer both. Will he and should he?
Will he? There's no question, yes, because Peter is tied to him. He loves him, and he's made a lot of money and put a lot of butts in seats. And when you look at it on paper, yeah, this team should work better than it does. And we can debate in the offseason what the hell happened, ad nauseum. Should he? Man, I've been a big AJ Preller supporter. Right now, I'm torn down the middle. I just don't know, because while he's a great evaluator of talents, I'm thinking he might have a blind spot when it comes to the chemistry thing. Like look at the Braves. Even on paper, do they have the same amount of talent the Padres have? No, they don't. But whatever reason, the pieces they put in place there, they all just fit. So for whatever reason, this fit on this team doesn't work. And I don't know if AJ has the ability to see fit of personality to put them all in the same clubhouse together. Will he get another chance to show us he can do that? Yes. Does he deserve that chance after this much time? I'd love to say yes, but honestly, guys, I'm not convinced. I don't know. I just don't know.
Derek, if they win the World Series, should
When?
we all
Which year?
This year.
What?
This year, everybody just cool your jets. If they win the World Series, do we all go get AJ Preller tattoos?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
I'll put one on my neck. I'll look at AJ Preller neck tattoo. If they win the World Series this year.
All right, Padres season turns around today.
That's
We're
what I'm
getting
talking
Togerson
about.
tatted up,
Come
baby.
on. Where is Schmery Schmanchez?
Yeah, we need codename Scorpio to come out of hiding and do what Ha-Sung Kim did last night. We don't say Gary's name anymore on this show because we fear that will upset the gods every time we do.
Bless you.
Sorry, I had to sneeze. Every time we
See, you said Gary.
Just say number 99.
Yeah.
We got 99
we'll
here.
just say number 99. Yeah. Yeah. We need you now more than ever.
The comments are now flooding YouTube. Neck tattoo it is.
next tattoo of it. Now, here's the question: which AJ hairstyle should go on the tattoo?
Oh my God.
Should it be the close cropped? Should it be the fully unkempt? Kind of skater do? Like which AJ are we going with?
Definitely
And by the way,
unkempt, and
can
also
we get the piercing blue eyes on there as well?
he has to be wearing his Mickey Mouse shirt also.
I'm gonna get
Just a face.
my
We don't need
favorite.
the face.
My favorite AJ Preller is like shirtless basketball AJ Preller.
Oh, there you go. Yes. So now it's not just like a portrait, like a face. It's gonna have to be like a full body.
Yeah.
I guess we can each do our own interpretation.
It's a good point.
And, well, mine's going to be one he's holding a cell phone. Like that has to be part of it, right?
yeah, good point. Yeah, absolutely. And it has to show him disinterested looking at it. And it's a tweet from like Ken Rosenthal or something.
But yes, no matter what, they're black and white except for the eyes, piercing blue.
Yes, got to be those piercing, like frozen pools of Arctic water.
Dude, watch them go on a run.
Dive in.
Like watch them rip off 14 straight games over the next 15.
Would be hilarious.
Dude, but no, it though. Here's the thing: would anyone be surprised?
Well, no,
yeah.
I won't.
No, that's the thing. They wouldn't be surprised, right? It's like this is like when the Chargers were here. They always had the talent where you'd be like, okay, they can go out and beat the Patriots. And you go, okay, yeah, I can see that. And then they go out and like lose to the Browns. You'd be like, oh yeah, that makes total sense too. Like it's all over the board with this damn team.
Yeah, I mean, what feels right to me is as soon as we hear they're mathematically eliminated, then they just win the rest.
Yeah, exactly. They'll they're doing a 10-game winning streak the day after they can't win anything.
Yeah, the magic number passes by and then they just go on an absolute smashing tear. All the
20 runs a game.
Heater, and then we're all like, well, at least they kept the Giants out of the playoffs. Who gives a damn? it's not about keeping someone else out, but getting yourself in. And we'll still talk ourselves into at least those jerks in the Bay Area didn't get to play postseason baseball either. Woohoo!
He's simply the best. The soothing, dulcet tones of Derek Togerson. You can hear him on the On Fryer podcast as well as see him NBC7 San Diego. Thanks, brother.
Have fun watching Ahsoka tonight.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Seriously, I've been looking forward to that for I don't even know how long.
Same, bro.
I got that. I got new Only Murders in the Building. Tomorrow we got a new after party. Like I'm set.
Yeah, a lot to do. So little time.
Yeah, a lot happening there. I have upped my internet speed to 2,000 megabits.
Yeah,
per
and
second.
that's up and down.
Yeah, that's up and down.
Yeah.
I can upload, download.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm with him on nerdy for Star Wars Ahsoka. It's gonna be so sick.
Oh yeah. Us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I will have to renew that Disney Plus.
No, Travis just waiting for the next Star Trek.
Dude.
Oh, have you seen the
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. Well,
That's fine.
we'll
Easy.
get to it on the other side.
Easy.
And also on the other side, we have to talk chicken fajita pita because we didn't spend nearly enough time.
No, we have to break down these sauces.
Oh, the sauces were
yeah.
Spicy, good.
Yeah, and you know what? The one that I suggested was my least favorite. on this.
Interesting. We'll get to that. And also this.
Wow. What?
All right. That's enough. All right. From one goat to another. We'll get into it coming up next. The chicken fajita pitas have made an appearance on the text line, on the YouTube comments, on our Instagram comments. This is a fan favorite. I had no idea what we were delving into over at Jack in the Box.
Mike
but
on YouTube, on my way to work, might be stopping at Jack in the Box for a little chicken fajita pita right now. I highly encourage that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. On the text line, also, we were talking about alien life possibly contacting us as early as today. The 619, I agree with that.
How funny would it be if the communication we got back was a
blank pic?
Oh,
a picture of Richard. It would be awesome.
That would be our first message sending out to some other universe.
There's no question.
Yeah,
like some dude named Chad would be like, huh.
But we couldn't take it. We'd have to Google one.
Yeah, well, right.
Yeah,
not us.
Yeah,
I mean, that'd be insane.
What are you kidding?
They would never come visit us.
All right, chicken fajita pita, delicious.
Yes,
really, really good.
What's the best sauce in your opinion on the chicken fajita pita?
Spicy, good.
Yeah,
I knew that going in.
Okay, yeah, that's good on everything.
Sheena was right. It's the ranch.
Ranch was really good on mine too.
Ranch made that sing.
Now I'm a spicy good lover. When it comes to
yeah, you are.
Isolate that. When it comes to sauces, spicy good is my go-to. But
burger, fries don't matter.
Yeah, dude. Ranch though on that chicken fajita pita, you're right. Sheena nailed it. I mean, it just brought out all the other flavors. I do believe it still is Mediterranean on our Mediterranean diet.
1,000,000%. The number 2 sauce for me was the salsa.
Yeah. I do.
And then I would have gone spicy good.
Dude, we just become best friends.
Yep. Then good. Then the taco sauce actually made it worse.
Oh, okay.
I like the taco sauce.
Wow. I mean, I love their taco sauce. It did not work for me on chicken fajita pita.
Okay. Well, listen, strong opinion.
Clearly not Mediterranean.
We clear the slate next hour. It's all Jack in the Box hot sauce.
I feel so much thinner, by the way.
Oh my God. Yeah. I can feel it. I can feel it, guys. The diet is working. All right. Look, we saw a spark in the dark. Does it persist? And also Bill Barnwell, he joins us, ESPN NFL senior writer. On the other side is Big Rich, TD, and Fletch.
This update is presented by Staples Stores. Padres get a win over the Marlins last night. Ha-Seong Kim hits the grand slam. Slam Diego is back, I guess. That's 2 in the last couple weeks. Padres get a 6-2 win. 2 more against the Marlins over the next couple days. Teams ahead of the Padres in the wild card. Giants lose to the Phillies 10-4. D-backs beat the Rangers 4-3. Cubbies beat the Tigers 7-6. Padres 5.5 back, 36 games left. NFL news, Commanders beat the Ravens last night 29-28 in preseason football. This snaps the Ravens' 24-game preseason win streak, and the Colts have granted running back Jonathan Taylor permission to seek a trade. And in college football, Michigan has self-imposed a 3-game suspension on head coach Jim Harbaugh. This coming from alleged violations in recruiting or other stuff during the COVID dead period. Staples has great prices on everything you need for back to school right now. 24-pack of Crayola crayons and comp books are just 50 cents each. And select notebooks are just 35 cents each. In-store only. Offer ends 8/26. Limit 30. School on. Save on at Staples.
Yeah! Woo! Happy Tuesday to those who celebrate. It's a Next Level Fit Guy Stuff Tuesday here on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. And we spent the first hour talking about it. We spent the second hour doing it. Jack in the Box chicken fajita pitas. My goodness.
Is that really when we spent 2 hours on fajita pitas?
Oh, we did. We did. Interspersed, there were some sports and alien talk, but mostly chicken fajita pita. And I went to J and the B, went through the drive-through lane. When you order 6 of them, it takes the kitchen a little time. So I pulled to the side.
Right.
They came out with an abundance of sauces.
Good.
When I say a plethora, I mean a bag that was heavy. The bag had heft. The one bag was just sauces.
Yeah, I was going to ask, was there one bag of sauce?
Yes.
Wow.
They were generous.
Thanks,
and
Jack in the Box.
Yeah, it was really good. I think consensus on the show is the chicken fajita pita is going to be now a staple in our Mediterranean diet for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, 1,000,000%. Which, by the way, Jack in the Box does not pay us for any of this. This is just us talking about Jack in the Box.
Yeah, we are fans.
We are fans.
Yeah. We're fans of them.
Yeah,
we're fan of Sheena's, who Sheena, the VP, came in here 2 weeks ago. That was a lot of fun to meet her. She gave us a tip: ranch on everything.
Yes.
As it turns out, it works on the chicken fajita pita.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does. Because there are moments where you bite into the fajita pita where you may not get chicken.
Right.
So it's like some lettuce and just the pita.
The salad. Yeah,
And
that's why
so,
it works.
so like it's like ranch salad.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you cracked the code.
The label of our Hour 2 podcast is chicken fajita pitas.
Good.
As it should be.
So check it out on the free iHeartRadio app a little later today if you missed any of it.
Was it a spark in the dark that matters, or was it not? Look, you need 3 things to light a fire, right? You need some sort of catalyst or accelerator.
Mm-hmm.
You need the tinder, but you need the energy behind it. Like it doesn't happen spontaneously. Like something needs to happen to set the fire. And if it happens to be Ha-Seong Kim and this moment, are we going to look back and say this was the turning point?
선수고요. 자, 김하성의 타구가 왼쪽으로 돌아오지 않습니다. 김하성의 통산 첫 번째 그랜드 슬램.
I guess no one told the color analyst to not talk over the play-by-play guy. He just, whoa, whoa, whoa!
I like it.
Yeah,
I want more of that.
He had some spicy good sauce.
You want to hear
he did.
Don?
Yeah, let's hear Donnie.
In the air to left field. Back goes De La Cruz at the wall. Grand slam! It's Slam Diego for Ha-Seong Kim. His first grand slam of his career. Padres take a 5-0 lead.
I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't the first one.
No.
No. I mean, come on. Let's be real.
Don, normally I ride with you, Don. I'm a ride or die Don or Silo man.
Yeah.
But when it comes to whoever was responsible for the Korean broadcast and the color analyst, I mean, Well done. Bravo. I may only listen to the Korean broadcast from now
I
on.
had that same feeling. In fact, should we try to get him on the show?
Yes. 1000%.
So as well.
This is
How
the
would that
show.
work?
I don't know yet.
Google Translate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We could Google Translate.
Done. And then we'll just let the listeners guess.
Okay.
Hold on here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Well, wait. Well, because we could translate it back.
In real time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
How?
You just kind of hold your phone up to the speaker and then it'll
Yeah.
tell you what they're saying to us.
Let's
and then
see.
we can respond in kind. Actually, that's the problem is unless they understand English, we're going to have a hard time speaking Korean. That's for darn sure. I don't know a lick of Korean.
No.
I looked at Travis like he was like, well, I do.
He knows everything.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
I know how
I
to
could
be
put a
a
radiator in a Jeep.
I know how to be a color analyst in Korean. Oh, oh, oh!
I like
it. Oh, it was the best. It was the best. Yeah, look, okay. Turning points when you're having a bad season can come in all sorts. It doesn't have to be as dramatic as a grand slam, but the Padres aren't mathematically eliminated yet. So, okay. Realistic, no. Nope, definitely not. With 36 games left, 5.5 games out of the wild card race, and what the Diamondbacks just did to them this past weekend, I have close to zero hope. But if it's going to happen, it's got to be, it feels like with this team, the way they've played, the way they've performed, it's got to be something dramatic. What do you got? What are you doing over here?
안녕하세요. 우리는 큰 부자 TD와 플래치입니다.
We're getting,
apparently that was Hello, We Are Big Rich TD and Fletch.
We're going to get
I hope
Korean broadcasters on. It's happening.
This is easy. As long as we don't have to read it.
Good point.
Yeah.
Really good point.
I didn't know it was gonna do that.
Can we make, we need to reach out.
We can try anything.
Hang on.
Can you put in why do the Padres suck so bad this year?
Ooh, good question. Yeah. Let's ask Google Translate.
So bad this year.
Okay.
Hold on. Uh-huh.
왜 파드레스는 올해 그렇게 형편없니?
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you gotta say.
Kenen sunken
Piece of cake.
Sucking on a knee.
I don't know.
That's what you said.
I'm trying my hardest over here. Trying to relate.
Let's see.
I love Ha-Seong Kim. I mean, not just because he's talented and he's having a good season, but I mean, what guy like has created more energy over the past 2 seasons than him?
Yeah.
택시 티켓 다 잤다 피타.
Chicken fajita pita.
Yes! Yes!
We got this.
Dude, we can do it.
We could totally do this.
I know we can do it. All right.
I
Ben,
love your brain.
we need to reach out. We need to reach. I mean, today. This is the best. Okay. All right.
All right, go Padres. I mean, they're back. They're back. They are. There is. This is the first of the 2-game winning streak.
Well, okay.
Okay, wait. Realistically, if we're gonna do this thought experiment, let's do it. 36 games, 5.5 back. Out of 36, what do they need to do?
Okay.
Is it 28? 28 wins?
Yeah, they probably need to win like
No,
probably 28, 29.
Probably between
28?
24 and 28, probably somewhere in there.
Because what's their record right now?
It's 60 and 66. And we were saying 83 might be able to get you in here to the postseason. So 23 wins?
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
If 83 does it, which
I mean, maybe you could skate in, but with 23 wins, you would need the teams ahead of you to start taking a dump.
Okay, 25 out of 36.
that gets you to 85 wins on the season.
And then that gets you. I mean, I'm pretty sure 85 does it.
Yeah.
85 does. So I would say comfortably, yeah, they have 11 games left to lose. That's it. That's your margin. I mean, that's a lot. That's not a lot of games when you have 36 left to play.
All they got to do is play 695 baseball.
No big deal. All right, we're going to be switching gears here in a second. I'm going to talk to Bill Barnwell, ESPN NFL lead writer with them over there. We look. I mean, there's no question you can't discount what's happened already this season. Some of the things we've heard out of this clubhouse. You know, Joe Musgrove talking about a lack of urgency. Juan Soto talking about giving up earlier this year. I mean, some of this has been ridiculous, but it can happen anywhere at any time. And I'm not going to say worse teams have gone on more historic runs, because I don't think that's true. I think they could make history, though. It is still mathematically possible.
Yep.
It doesn't feel like it is possible, but it's still mathematically possible.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's sports, man. Crazy things can happen.
Yeah, no question about it. All right. Bill Barnwell, ESPN lead writer, covers the NFL, joining us right now on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch this morning. Good morning, Bill. How you doing?
How's it going, buddy?
Really, really good. Especially since football, like, you can smell it. It's in the air. We are 10 days away from kickoff of this season between the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. I mean, we're almost in like a fervor over here. We cannot wait. I guess before we get into anything regular season wise, we got to talk about the end of an era. The Baltimore Ravens stranglehold on the preseason. Your reaction, Bill?
I feel like they're gonna win the Super Bowl now. Like, I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where, like, it was a curse and we didn't realize it all along, and now they're gonna go on a run that we weren't expecting. But certainly, it feels like, I don't know. I mean, Rich, obviously you played in the league, you know better than I do, but I always wonder, like, the Ravens clearly value the preseason. The Chiefs, who are the best team in football probably over the last decade, they really value the preseason. They play their guys. I sort of wonder, like, are teams underestimating what they could do by getting these guys more actual preseason reps and focusing on winning games in the preseason?
Well, I definitely felt less nervous when I played more in the preseason for the first week of the regular season, because as you age, you play less and less time in the preseason, so you're less battle tested, I guess, that year. And like a lot of coaches talk about, every year is a brand new year. So it does sort of feel like, you got to knock off some rust. There's a couple of nerves that you got to work out. And then once you get into the heat of the regular season, once you're outside that first month, the butterflies kind of go away and you're into the meat of the schedule. But yeah, there's something to that. And I played for a coach in Bill Belichick who definitely saw the value in the preseason, especially with the younger guys on the roster, which actually, that's a good place to jump off and talk about. So the Patriots, on paper, worst team in their division all of a sudden. They're looking up at the Bills, the Jets with the recent acquiring of Aaron Rodgers this offseason, and the Miami Dolphins, who have rebuilt their team. Mac Jones gets a couple of weapons this offseason in Zeke Elliott, Mike Gesicki. How do you think they're going to fare in the AFC this year?
I think they're going to be competitive. And I know people look at that roster and they say, well, that's the worst roster in the AFC East. And I agree. I mean, on paper it is. But as much as Tom Brady played a big role in this, Bill Belichick has not finished last in that division in 22 years for a reason. I mean, there is an element of he's going to make the players on that roster better as the season goes along. There's going to be guys who don't look like they're impact players right now, who by the end of the year, we're going to be like, man, someone like Michael Onwenu, who was, a guard last year for them, or an offensive lineman for them, who had bounced around a bit on that line. They weren't sure who he was going to be. By the end of the year, he was a Pro Bowl caliber player. Kyle Duggar, second round safety they had a couple of years ago. Exciting athlete. By the end of last season, he was a Pro Bowl caliber player. And I just trust that Bill Belichick is going to be able to get the most out of the players he has. And, I think the big addition for the Patriots is not really the guys on the field. It's Bill O'Brien. In terms of just what they had as offensive coordinator, how disjointed that offense looked and felt last year, how frustrated Mac Jones was, how few easy answers he had. I think Bill O'Brien, we can talk about him as a GM, not the best, obviously, but as a coach, as a play caller, as an offensive mind, going to Alabama for a year, I think is only going to help, diversify what he learns. And I think there's going to be, a commonality between him and Mac Jones and on what they did at their separate times in Alabama. And I think it's going to be an offense that plays more to Mac Jones' strengths. So, I think people are writing off the Patriots. It's a tough conference. I mean, it's crazy. There's probably 13, 14 teams who would sit here right now and say we expect to make the playoffs. But I think the Patriots are going to be right in the mix.
Bill, did you see that Will Levis apparently has an obsession with mayonnaise, and then he went ahead and signed a lifetime contract with Hellman's Mayonnaise? Do you think he made a mistake there? Should he have left a window in case Best Foods wanted in on this?
Okay, is this a real story? You guys trying to prank me?
No.
Like, is this a bit?
This is a real story.
I have not seen this. No.
No,
Okay.
It's a real story. Okay.
Yeah,
Do
it's
you
a
remember?
real story.
Do you remember back in his pre-draft Kentucky days when he stirred? I think it was CBS Sports who picked it up. I can't remember who he was on with, but he's being interviewed, and they asked him about this weird mayonnaise, almost fetish. It seems like
with coffee.
yeah,
With coffee.
He stirred mayonnaise into a cup of coffee because he says like when you run out of cream, I mean that's basically all mayonnaise is. And so then he's.
It's egg whites,
It's the worst.
soy.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well,
I can't.
he signed a lifetime contract with Hellman's.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, I mean, if I was going to a store and I had to pick up one jar of mayonnaise, I'd probably go Best Foods.
Yeah. That's where we land on the tough issues here, Bill. Actually, though, concentrating on the Titans, they've got a 7.5 win total. So we all collectively take the over here because we were just talking about the AFC South. What do you think? I mean, are the Titans to you a team that could overachieve this season?
It always feels like they do. I know last year that they kind of got hit by injuries at the end of the season. They've been a team I've been expecting to decline for the past few years. And every year I'm sitting there like at the end of the season, they have 12 wins. And I'm just like, how did they do this? Like, how did Mike Vrabel make this happen? And I just said it with Bill Belichick. It's the same thing with Mike Vrabel and the Titans. Like, they just make their guys better. They're just every year they have a guy or two who breaks through, who plays at a much higher level than anybody is expecting. And I think that's, when it happens once, you say, okay, maybe it's an accident. Maybe it won't happen again. Maybe you just landed on the right guy. When it happens year after year, it tells you you're a good coach. You have a good development system. You have a good scheme, and you're getting the most out of your guys. So I didn't love their offseason. I'm a little concerned about the offensive line, especially for a team that loves to run the ball as much as Tennessee does. I think when you have a guy like Andre Dillard, who they paid a lot to be left tackle, when he can't break through with the Eagles, who are maybe the best offensive line coach in development in football, I think there's a question to be raised there. But they've exceeded my expectations frequently enough, and Houston and Indianapolis might be bad enough that I think I wouldn't be surprised if they were a 8-9 win, maybe even a 10-win team. And again, the AFC is so packed that might not get you to the postseason, but it might win you the AFC South if the Jaguars don't take the leap that I think a lot of us are expecting.
Bill, I think there's a couple of really interesting quarterback situations around the league. I think Green Bay's one of them with Jordan Love taking over for Aaron Rodgers. But another one that's really getting me is the Buccaneers. And Rich brought it up earlier, what they're paying a few quarterbacks and what they still technically have on the cap for Tom Brady. But between Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask, is this Baker's job officially, and how long does he keep it?
Yeah, I think that's the tough part is how long he keeps it. Because, if you're the Bucs, you wanted this to be Kyle Trask's job. Like you drafted him in the second round a couple of years ago. You sort of have that window of, okay, we have a couple of years. When Brady retires, we know we're going to have Kyle Trask ready. And then everything you've heard from the Bucs, Tom Brady thankfully has been healthy, but everything you've heard from the Bucs, publicly, privately, not optimistic about Kyle Trask. There has not been a lot of positive things being said. He doesn't look ready. And so when they didn't bring in much more competition than Baker Mayfield, you kind of figure, okay, maybe they're going to give Trask an opportunity to win the job. But by all accounts, it feels like Baker's job to start. Now, from Baker's perspective, he is a guy who we don't know what we're going to get from him. He can be very effective. He can be very mediocre. He can run very hot and cold. He's, I think, a very confidence-based quarterback. I think he really sort of, when he's hot, he's really good. And when he's struggling, he looks like, he's never played football before. And I think that's the thing for me is early in the season for Baker, how comfortable is he in that offense? How does the offensive line look? And that's a work in progress. The receivers are good. The running game was not very good last year. Can they get the running game going? Can they play to Baker's strengths of being, an accurate quarterback and when he's on, a confident quarterback? Because if they don't, I think we'll see Kyle Trask pretty quick. But if Baker does start the season pretty well, I think it can be his job for the entire year.
There are insanely high expectations for the San Francisco 49ers. And this is one of the most curious situations in the NFL this preseason, because you look at them on paper everywhere you look on that roster, they're pretty well set, except at the most important position in football. Brock Purdy had a great finish to the season, but he was the last pick taken in the draft. He was their third string quarterback in camp. And all of a sudden, he got the keys to the car and he could handle the corners. But are we going to see something different, in your opinion, the beginning of this season, where defensive coordinators have now had a full offseason to diagnose how to attack this team with Brock Purdy at the helm? Or do you think we're going to see a repeat of success?
I think we're going to see a repeat of success early in the season, because I think, like you said, defensive coordinators are going to pick up on what the Niners are doing, but it's Kyle Shanahan. He's going to have counterpunches. He spent all offseason thinking, okay, here's what the defenses are going to do. Here's what I'm going to have ready for them when they make those adjustments. And, a lot of the stuff they're doing is stuff that is reliable and consistent. They're going to run the ball well. They're going to pick play action shots. They're going to, they're going to manipulate space. They're going to take advantage of linebackers and coverage. That stuff is going to work from week to week. My concern with Brock Purdy is, remember, the second half of last season, he pretty much had everybody on board. Trent Williams was healthy. Christian McCaffrey was healthy. George Kittle was healthy. Brandon Ayuk was healthy. Deebo Samuel did miss a couple weeks, but he was also there for about half the time where Purdy was starting, and he was healthy in the postseason when Purdy had two impressive games. So my question is, what happens if Brock Purdy doesn't have Christian McCaffrey? What happens if he doesn't have Trent Williams? What happens if he doesn't have George Kittle? Because I think Brock Purdy can be a very good quarterback when he has the majority of those pieces around him. But all those guys I mentioned outside of Ayuk have track records of missing time because of injuries over the past few years. So can you survive without one of those guys? Yeah, probably. But what happens if they lose two or three of those offensive guys? Can Brock Purdy make up for that difference? I'll be intrigued to see.
Yeah, same here. Same here. It looks good when everything else is good. Let's see if he can, get beyond some adversity, especially first hill to climb is to see how he responds after that pretty devastating elbow injury. But Bill, man, we appreciate the time. You get us ready for football season every year. We'll be checking in with you soon. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Anytime.
There he goes. Bill Barnwell, lead writer, NFL, getting our table set here, man.
I should get Bill on Brock Talk.
Oh, you should. Mike Usher. Oh, I don't know how he knows everything, but Mike Usher here at iHeart, he does everything here at iHeart. Sent me an article. Best Foods and Hellman's are the same company.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
It's just on the West Coast, it's Best Foods, and east of the Rockies, it's Hellman's.
In
and
the
if you look at
Midwest,
the jar, it's like the same jar.
It's the same jar, different label. Yeah.
That's probably why Bill Barnwell is confused by the question.
Exactly.
Not because it came out of left field. Got
Yes.
it. Okay.
Absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. No confusion here. We got Godsmack tickets. Okay, so 844-570-1360. Perfect segue. Mayo to Godsmack. 844-570-1360. Caller number 5 is going to the North Island Credit Union Amphitheater on August 27th. And you're going to go see Godsmack. Tickets and info available at Ticketmaster.com. But call right now for your opportunity to win those tickets.
We saw Pantera tickets, and you may know the song Cowboys from Hellman.
We're going to give those away coming up next.
This update is presented by AutoZone. Padres get a win over the Marlins last night. Ha-Seong Kim hits a grand slam to power the Padres to a 6-2 win. 2 more against the Marlins over the next couple days. Teams ahead of the Padres in the wild card. The Giants lose to the Phillies 10-4. D-backs beat the Rangers 4-3 in 11 innings. Cubbies beat the Tigers 7-6. Padres 5.5 back. 36 games left to go. NFL news, Commanders beat the Ravens last night 29-28 in preseason football. This snaps the Ravens' 24-game preseason win streak, and the Colts have granted running back Jonathan Taylor permission to seek a trade, but the Colts are looking for a lot, man. They're either looking for a first-round pick or a package of picks for the 24-year-old running back. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and help you save time and money down the road. Restrictions do apply. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is back, and it's happening September 22nd and 23rd at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. 2 nights, 1 stage with live performances by the Foo Fighters, Fall Out Boy, Kelly Clarkson, and a whole lot more. And while the world is listening on iHeartRadio, you could be there with 3 chances every weekday for you to win your trip for 2 plus $1,000 spending cash. Keep listening for your chance to win. Your next chance coming up, is it 9:05?
I believe.
I think I've been saying
so.
1 o'clock is the next chance, or for a week.
Well,
and
it's not
9:05
because Colin's in the middle of a segment at 9:05. It
Mm,
might be right at 9.
could be right at 9.
I
could
feel
look.
like it's at 9, 1, and 5 are your chances. So yeah, I feel like that's it.
Okay. All right.
But maybe it's not until 1 o'clock here on this station. I don't know.
For safety's
Just
sake,
listen continuously.
for the rest of the day.
I'm
And
thinking
very
9 o'clock is
intently.
also a good time to listen.
Okay, 9 o'clock is a good time to listen.
Okay. All right. All right. There you have it. Also, we got a pair of Pantera tickets to give away. They're going to be playing at North Island Credit Union Amphitheater August 26th. Tickets and info at Ticketmaster.com, or just be listening. End of this segment, we're going to be giving away Pantera tickets. What do you got? You're holding up your phone.
Yeah, our buddy George tweeting in from Long Island.
Okay.
He says, at Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, I live on Long Island now, and I've never missed Jack in the Box so much in all my life.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Long Island, my old stomping grounds. That's where I was born and raised. And yeah, no J and the B's out there. Unfortunately, I was not indoctrinated to Jack in the Box. There were late night tacos, the munchies, until I moved to the West Coast. I am so glad to be closer to the flame because I'm warmed by it.
Oh, this is like ground zero. This is where it all started.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I love the big head, the pointy nose. I love everything about Jack and his box. And I always have, and I always will.
Isolate.
Okay. Moving right along.
You're gonna have to take 45 days off, Ben. But
Yeah.
you're gonna be a millionaire.
We need you to do something for us. We need you to
This
be
isn't
on.
for you guys. This is for me.
Well, yes, it's for all of us. We need you to be on Survivor.
Dude, I picked up Survivor during COVID because they added a couple seasons to Netflix. And so I watched the ones they added to Netflix. And since I've seen every single episode,
So you're a super fan.
I want to do it.
Yeah, well, that's how this started. Actually, you said that you wish you could do it, and I thought, I wonder when they're casting right now.
Yeah.
we could sign you up right
Just don't
now.
use my Granny's own email. Use a different one.
So it's Survivor
That's the one we have
47.
access to.
Yeah, we only have Ben loves 69-year-olds
And
at Gmail.
do I have to say Benjamin Fletcher?
Probably.
Yeah.
Middle
yeah.
name's Glenn with 2 N's.
Benjamin?
Yeah.
Jamming.
They don't ask your middle name. They don't care.
I actually knew I know a contestant on Survivor. She was a former Charger girl, and she is my real estate agent. So when we bought our house, I didn't know it when we were buying our house, but when we bought our house, her name's Kara Kay. And you can look her up on Instagram. Sometimes she'll post like the rewinds to her episodes. Like, I think she did pretty well. Like, she got pretty close to the end and then got voted off, unfortunately. But dude, it's the real deal out there. Like, I asked her for like the BTS, like, hey, give me what happens when the cameras are
Trev,
off.
that means behind the scenes.
Yeah. Like, what happens behind the scenes?
I
right?
thought that was like a Korean pop band.
Oh, they're also a K-pop band.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of last segment, official as of 5 minutes ago, Baker Mayfield has been named the Week 1 starter.
Okay, all right, yeah.
But
yeah.
Survivor,
dude.
I need
wanna
your
do
home
it.
address.
You want it right now?
Yeah.
Hang on, he's gonna go talk back. All right. So what she said was a lot of the stunts that you see on Survivor, like they actually do it. Like they're really starving. Like,
oh yeah, you watch it. Like people go in kind of me looking and they leave skinny.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, and she did not have a lot of weight to lose when she signed up for this thing, but she came back like emaciated. Like, it's unbelievable what they put you through in a very short amount of time.
New era of
92123.
Yeah.
Okay.
92108.
Damn it! I already clicked next. Oh, I can go back.
The new era of Survivor is shorter. It used to be 90 days.
Yeah.
And so people would like really starve. Now it's only like 45, maybe even less.
I wonder how much trouble
lot of
along the
information
way
here.
they've gotten in for like what they've subjected contestants to, because I remember Fear Factor. And for those of you of a certain age, Fear Factor was a smash
man.
hit.
My
Yeah.
uncle worked
Yeah.
on Fear Factor.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Did he build sets and stuff? Okay. So yeah, well then you know better than most. I mean, so they would pitch things. They would pitch things that like would have gotten them. I mean, like would have gotten people killed.
You know why the show got canceled, right?
It was something like
There was a competition where they had to drink
the
stuff out of a horse
Yeah.
that was in a
Oh,
mason
really?
jar.
Yeah, the after effects of excitement, let's say that,
Wow,
From
that's
a-
what they did.
from a horse.
That's how that's how the show ended
God.
up getting the axe.
And by the way, it wasn't a small amount.
no, it was like a big mason jar full of it.
Like a pint. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Oh, God.
anyways, Fear Factor, unfortunately, no longer around. They actually tried to reboot it and it didn't work.
Yeah, because they couldn't do the wild stuff that they used to do.
Yeah. Yeah. But Survivor has, as per its name, survived to season 47 now. And Ben Fletcher is going to be on it because Travis Dale is nearly finished with the application form.
Well, what's your birthday?
March 27th, 1996.
Oh, wow, there you go.
March.
We're creeping up on 30.
Yeah, wow,
Ugh.
it's right around the corner. This is way more in depth than I thought.
Do you know my social? I'll give it to you.
27. They haven't asked for that yet. Height, okay, 5.
Oh, shut up. 6
Yeah.
foot.
So this is going to happen between May and June. And if you're going to be, well, let's see. I guess you're going to have to postpone your podcast, Brock Talk.
Oh God,
That would suck.
That's going to launch this fall. What else do you have on the docket?
married?
If there, that is
show
the time because
familiarity,
Aztecs
super
basketball
fan.
will be
Would you
done.
say super fan?
Yeah, he's a super fan.
I would say
just say
big
yeah.
fan.
So you've
No,
got your-
super fans know like every single person that's ever
Have
played.
never seen the show. Have seen a few seasons. Have seen episodes here and there. Super fan.
I've seen every episode, so I guess
super fan.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I mean,
47 seasons. You've seen every episode.
Dude, COVID was a dark time.
Wow.
wow.
Jeez.
Wow. We have to write a bio.
Gee. Okay, just
Okay,
copy and
yeah.
paste his bio.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on Facebook.
Could you please copy and paste Brock Purdy's bio? Like, just find his bio from Iowa State. Just put it in.
I think I have one with sales here. So you can use that.
We're like, Ben was a cyclone?
He's an American football quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. Let's see. Nickname Mr. Relevant.
Irrelevant.
Well, it says relevant
Oh,
here
yeah,
on
yeah.
Wikipedia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
last week.
49ers coined that
Mm-hmm.
after the divisional game last year.
Mhm.
Which, by the way, that was one of the most interesting things that Bill Barnwell said, in my opinion, was the fact that he believes early in the season Brock Purdy is going to have success. I'm not as convinced. I'm curious because Kyle Shanahan, excellent play caller during the regular season, he gets tripped up in championship games. So there's no fooling him when it's the regular season. He's proven that over the years. But Brock Purdy, I mean, he isn't Jimmy Garoppolo. When he got his hands on Jimmy Garoppolo, he had spent already 3 years with the New England Patriots. It's going to be very interesting.
49er win total 10.5.
Yeah.
I go over.
It's tough not to take the over. Though.
Right.
It's tough not to. And
Now-
it's based on the rest of their roster.
Did you watch any? They had a preseason game on Saturday against the Broncos. Did you catch any of it?
I didn't catch
I wouldn't
any of
blame
it.
you if you didn't.
No.
Brock played for a series and a half, like 2 series. He looked good with Debo, which was good to see because he didn't play a ton with Debo during the regular season last year. They connected on a few different passes. Most of them were short, like all of Debo's catches is just sometimes even behind the line of scrimmage. But he looked comfortable and he looked healthy, which I think is the biggest thing. Like, he didn't look like he was thinking about the elbow the whole time. He went 4 or 5 with completions. Like, it wasn't anything was rushed. So I feel like seeing him come back and just owning that position again is the biggest thing. And you hear guys talk about him, like George Kittle's been on a couple podcasts this year talking about him. And you just hear that, oh, yeah, there's no question when he gets in the huddle who's the guy. And that's the biggest thing with quarterbacks, because with Trey Lance, no one was saying that. In fact, it was the opposite.
We're getting reaction on the text line, by the way. Signing Ben up for Survivor from the 949. I'll be chanting Fletcher from my couch.
Thank you, buddy.
Just like they did when he was playing for Golden Valley, the Merced Bears.
No,
Do you
two
have
different schools.
Do you have a TikTok?
I mean, ours.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't use
put in
my
ours.
own.
Put in ours.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I did that for YouTube as well.
That's smart.
Facebook gets nothing.
Oh God, they're gonna see the best bracket ever and be like, we can't have this guy.
No, they're gonna say this is our boy.
Yeah,
This is our boy.
they want you. Trust me.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna
You're an
put
influencer.
radio host, producer, director,
Current quarterback for the San
Engineer.
Francisco 49ers.
Don't forget engineer.
engineer.
Also, as of this year, halftime post-game host of the San Diego State Aztecs football team.
We just had the meeting yesterday.
Yeah, it's official.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. He's on the
Halftime what?
He's on the
Rich,
payroll.
we get to talk every time during halftime.
Oh, yeah. It was only when you were filling in for John last year.
Yeah.
And now it's like the real deal Holyfield. Oh, and I can't even say what I was about to say out loud. I'm so bad at keeping secrets sometimes. I almost just spilled the beans on something.
Don't do that.
Cannot do that. Won't do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
Okay, so I put in there current quarterback for the 49ers. I also put very tan.
Yes,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Dark nipples.
okay.
Mention his dark nipples.
If they need a picture, I can send one.
Yeah. Honestly, we should probably just include one anyways.
dark nipples.
Good.
there.
Good.
Okay.
Very, very good. All right, we're going to finish this on the other side. We have Pantera tickets to give away. Okay, so we're going to do that right now. 844-570-1360. 844-570-1360. Call right now. Caller number 7 wins a pair of tickets to see Pantera, North Island Credit Union Amphitheater, August 26th. Tickets and info at Ticketmaster.com. And we've got one more pair of tickets left to give away on the show. If you want to see 50 Cent, you better be 50. You better be waiting. We're going to have those for you on the other side. So be listening. 50-cent tickets. We're giving them away in just a few moments. He's going to be playing also at North Island Credit Union Amphitheater. That's an August 31st show. Tickets and info, Ticketmaster.com, or just be, caller number 50 for the 50-cent tickets.
That's it. That's all you're going to be.
Yeah.
Sure. Or not do 50?
Not do 50.
Okay.
This, you know what? I
That's
have
fair.
a thought in my head. I'm not
Seemed
going to
like
say
it's
it out
good.
loud. I'll say it in your ears.
Okay, go ahead. 9 times.
Okay, caller number 9.
Okay. Perfect. So
that settles that.
Ben's Survivor application is ready to go.
It's strong.
yeah, the only thing we need is a video, and then we're good.
So when I don't look like Brock Purdy, is that going to be a problem?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter.
Do you guys believe in superheroes?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
We just talked about 50 Cent. That if that's not a superhero, I don't know what
dude,
is.
yeah. I mean, I don't know how you survive that.
What happened to the? Oh, there it is.
There
I was like, it's gone. The rundown's gone.
is a woman who is going to support the Maui wildfire victims.
Should we tell people to call right now?
We did not.
Okay, yeah. Wait,
Yeah, wait till after the show.
Yeah, wait, hang on. Yeah, so let's do that. 55 at 8:50.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's too
Oh,
late.
no,
it's
it's
too
too-
late
yeah,
for that.
too late.
8:55. 8:55. Caller number 9. So hang on to the phone calls there.
Yeah. We want to give the app listeners a chance to win
Exactly.
it too, because there's a lot of people who only listen to the app who live in San Diego and all that. So, all right. GoFundMe took down a fundraiser. Okay.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
To me, look, I'm supportive of GoFundMe. I think it's a really cool website. I think it's a really, I like, it's a brilliant idea.
Oh my
right?
God, I just read the article.
Yeah. And there's a fundraiser on GoFundMe who's also an OnlyFans model. And she's a Honolulu resident.
Mm-hmm.
Her name's Mariah Casillas.
22 years old.
Yes, she is.
Mhm.
And what she pledged is that she would send out a nude for every $10 raised on her GoFundMe for Maui wildfire victims. Now, if you go to her Instagram account, which we have, and actually we're back on
We're
it.
there now.
We're back on
Looking
it.
at it now.
How about on this article? If you just scroll down, it
Yeah.
looks like she's giving away nudes for free.
It's like, well, okay.
No, I mean,
No,
look,
because
just
it's on
grab- just
OnlyFans.
grabbing something out of the fridge.
Yeah,
here.
no big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine.
I think
You
I have that refrigerator.
Yeah, late night fridge.
I don't have that backyard though. Look,
So the
point
tweet
is-
said, or the X said, F it, sending nudes to everyone who donates at least $10 to my Maui wildfire fundraiser. I love this beautiful island too much. RT and DM me for more information.
It's a Maui Wowie.
Yeah, yeah, there's no question about that. Yeah, and by the way, this is this is the picture that she tagged with the fundraiser.
She's crawling on a bed.
Oh Lord.
Looking very studious in glasses. Her tongue is hanging out.
Well, it says help Lahaina now. And I think that's
what you want to do.
that's the focus here. That's what I'm focused on is helping Lahaina.
Yeah, I mean, I think she also needs to raise money because she needs a larger bathing suit.
No, she does not. No, I want every dollar to go to the Maui victims.
Well, this is a real American hero.
I don't understand what GoFundMe is doing. There is nothing to me that shouts a better fundraising idea than this.
I agree.
Well, if you
I
think about
agree.
GoFundMe, like they've raised a lot of money for a lot of different things, but it's not them that's raising it. In fact, they're making money every time someone goes to their website because of ad revenue and clicks.
Yeah, they're crowdsourcing.
They're making money off of charity.
We don't. Was she donating all of the $10 to Maui? Was that the problem, or was the problem that she was not donating the entire $10?
Okay, it says a GoFundMe spokesman told the Post on Monday this fundraiser was removed from our platform as it violated our terms of service, specifically the prohibited conduct section, and all donors have been refunded.
Oh.
So the statement
Well, that
continued to
seems
say,
messed up. You should
Yeah.
have just taken the money and sent it to
to the Maui victims.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
good cause. It says to make it easier for people who want to help those who have been affected, GoFundMe has launched a centralized hub housing all verified fundraisers related to Maui wildfires. Our trust and safety team will continue to update with more information on fundraisers as they're verified, blah, 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 blah.
blah blah.
All these other fundraisers wouldn't have made as much money as this one. That's the crazy thing about this. I get it. Is it everyone's cup of tea? No.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of people who want to see Mariah naked.
I thought we lived
Right.
in America, damn it.
Right.
This is in America?
And help Maui.
Well, right.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the focus, guys. So, anyways,
Yeah.
Did you get your money back, Rich?
Not yet. Still waiting. It's been a busy day, guys. Covered a lot.
Anyway, so when you get your $2,000 back,
So much. Annie is so upset.
she's so mad. You're supposed to have 200 pictures. Yeah.
It was a really good Monday. All right, guys. That's it. That's all we have
That's
time
all
for.
we got.
Yeah.
We got to get a video of Fletch here after the show so we can submit this application. He'll be on Survivor. It's a given.
Should I show off some of my survival skills?
You're
Oh
damn
my
right.
God.
You're damn
Yes,
right.
Let's make a fire in the studio.
Yes.
Who do we think, Ben?
Derek Togerson, who took care of the show while we were pounding some chicken fajita tacos.
Love
Chicken
that
fajita
money.
pitas. Thanks, Tokes. Thanks, Jay and the B. Also, Bill Barnwell, a really great writer for ESPN. He did an awesome breakdown yesterday of Travis Etienne, the Jags running back, and why he's getting so much hate right now. And Bill Barnwell debunked all of it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, too.
All
Thank
right.
you, Survivor. Jeff Probst, love you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
Coming
yeah,
up, we got the herd.
yeah. And we are 18 seconds away from 50-cent tickets. If you want to call 844-570-1360, got to be call number 9. Make that happen. Yeah, Colin Coward and the Herd coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow.